And with that, we have finally returned to the likes of the Auroraverse. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex and my camera is completely frozen. Whoa, wow, fix that. There we go. How's it going? There we go, now we got everything set up. How's it going everybody? Hope your day has been well, hope your day has been amazing and more. We're playing some D&D as per usual and we are live on multiple differing platforms as such. I think we're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok, and we are live on Twitch. So if you guys do see any random wacky sort of technical errors and all that sort of stuff, bear with us. We're trying to work on it, and we're only one person. We're also trying to DM a session all at the same time. So you know, we do what we can. We do what we can. So without further ado, we ain't got really any announcements that I can think of. Oh, we do have a big announcement. Big announcement is that we're going to be on our off week. For the likes of the entire week starting pretty much tomorrow and all that stuff. So I won't have any games live for Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday coming up next week. But we will be live the following week after. Now, Atlas of Aetheria is still going to be happening. And Curses of Dread will be happening because I don't obviously stream that or run the games. So bear with us for those stuff. Besides that, we're going to be probably trying to do the D&D Sensei show tomorrow or Wednesday, one or the other. We'll see how we're feeling. And we're going to be talking about D&D. We're going to be talking about the Auroraverse mini project and more. And hopefully, I actually see a couple of you guys in chat. So, hey, what's up, Persona? Yo. We're actually going to be trying to get a bunch of you guys into the likes of the DM staff. Because we're going to be trying to make a bunch of new campaigns before the end of the year. All right. But that's all the announcements I got. Let's go straight over to Valley of Dreams. And let's do this. All right, swap on over. My cam is what the fuck? My cam is acting up because it's obviously it's going through like 3 different places. If technical issues ever happen, then I'm just gonna like obviously delete the or shut down the TikTok VOD and all that. But all right, that's all I got. So let's do this. Yo. That's a Valley of Dreams classic, bro. Valley of Dreams classic. Oh man. Nah, this thing is bugging. So I'm gonna shut down the TikTok thingy. Oh yeah, it's doing too much. All right, so let me close out of that. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, we're trying, but I think I know what I'm gonna do with TikTok instead. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm just gonna oh, they can't hear you. Hold up. Here while I'm fixing this. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm going to just stream the Sensei show. Whenever I do that, I'm gonna stream those on TikTok. Someone say something?
When is that coming back?
Yo.
Bro, when I have enough fucking time. Yeah. Because I was like
Sensei show.
Bro, that was like, oh my god, it's like, all right, let's stream all these D&D games and then let's try to stream another one. God damn, that's why I stopped making them like 4 hours. I just made them like 30 minutes in and out, just going. Yeah, throw the VOD on YouTube. All right. But if everybody's good to go, then I am ready as well. All right, silence is what I like to hear. That means we can get started. All right, let's do this. So, if I could have each and every one of you gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, but this is the tale of the looming corruption, and that of a jaded destiny. For this is the infamous tale of the Valley of Dream, the legendary story of the soul bound. It'd be here our heroes would find themselves on the battlefields of the likes of multiple individuals struck down and more. Specifically, this would be the battlefield of Kraken Bay. The aftermath left destruction in its wake. Metal and scrap flying everywhere, and the waters definitely rippled. But with the Voden Knights successful in this endeavor, they'd look to start scavenging the area once more, as well as the Kraken itself. Shortly afterwards, though, our heroes would say their goodbyes to the Samadan Scion and Rose, as well as the Inquisitor. With the 2 Samadans gone, our heroes would find themselves enjoying Gore's Tavern after a well-earned victory. Here, shenanigans and revelry would be high in the air, including our allies, but as they'd enjoy the likes of drink and even moongrass. Xenagos, the satyr fey god of revelry, could never be happier. Eventually, though, things would take a turn as War Chief Agni would begin the first step necessary to defeat the Ops and save Voden. To make one for the Infernal Arms. Now, presenting the grand weapon to the likes of Azor Lunista and Masamune would be presented to the Ice Warrior themselves. However, whether it will be enough to defeat the corruption and more, well, we'll have to see exactly what's in store next for our heroes. This time in Session 32 of Soulbound, Valley of Dreams. For that, we pick back up exactly where we left off, as we're going to be sending forth over towards the likes of the blacksmith area and more. I'm going to set up a couple maps in the background, but for right now, you guys should be good to go. Alright, Valley of Dreams. Let me open this up. I want to send you guys over here. You know, always got to do it. Special shout out to N for being able to make a bunch of these maps and more. Definitely a huge sort of help. We do have the basic maps.
Shout out to N. Shout out to N.
Big shout out. Big shout out.
Big shout out. Doing all
Yeah, definitely got a close sign on that.
Yeah. Doing all the maps for the likes of the festival, doing all the maps for like not even just Valley of Dreams, the Secrets in the Sands, the Taiga, hell, you name it. Thank you.
Vote.
She's the hardest working
uranium
woman in D&D right now.
Oh man, she need an off day. That's what she needs. Paid vacation. All right. But as we look back over towards our heroes, let me move this over. Like there we go. So, Voden Knights, as we look over War Chief Agni, you begin to present the likes of the Frozen Blade to the likes of Azor Lunista. And as you do, Azora, it is familiar to your hands, but it is also unfamiliar. It's strange. It's almost as if you're putting on something new, but looking at it, it seems as if you've wielded it for so long, months, if not a year at this point, maybe even 2. As you begin to grasp it, or unless Agni, you have something else, let me know.
So I guess as Agni, it's probably still molten hot and everything, but cool enough to at least hold on to the blade. He looks at it himself a bit proud of his work and actually completing it. And he probably gets a little bit lost in just staring at the design, the shape, the steel itself, before he kind of comes to, and he looks at Azora and he says, Azora, it seems as if we are successful in this endeavor. A blade crafted from the lavas of hell, as well as the soul coins that we have gathered. You should hold it, test it out, but it still has a few finishing touches I need to put on it before it can be wielded in battle. And Agni would hand the blade over to Azor.
Yeah, she will hold it and look as her hand grasps the hilt of the blade. She'll notice the ice starting to come out, extending, and she would then, almost as if she's always had this weapon, like you said, the ice will retract back to the blade, and she'll say, "Well, this will certainly make us one step closer to making sure we save this world. I can't thank you enough, Agni. There isn't words." And then she kneels down on one knee and then places her fist over her heart.
It was not just my doing. I might have put the pieces together, but the pieces were assembled by everyone. And by everyone, not just the knights. This is a weapon of the kingdom. You named it as such.
Yeah, she'll nod. And she'll look back at Gore and Cora, and she said, Agni is right. This is all of our doing. Moving forward, my loyalty to the Voden Knights in the Mushroom Kingdom will forever be unwavering. I'll remain 10 toes, no matter what the cost.
Gore would be like, quick one! Just use it to crush all before you. You have a piece of all of us in it now. Show your strength.
She nods.
Gore, I think this weapon might even rival yours, if I'm not mistaken.
We can see, quick one! Want to crush something quick?
Unfortunately, it's not combat ready. Give me, just say, half a day. There's a couple of burrs that still need to be taken out of it and still needs to cool down. Hardened metal is malleable. It's not good for combat just yet.
Gore is flipping the axe in his hand, and he said, quick one, I can put it on ice if that would make it even.
I think it'll be fine. I can finish it up from here, Gore.
Then, I'll go back and celebrate another victory. More drinks to be had. The night is still young.
And she'll say, yes, perhaps we'll all get some rest and begin our day.
Alright. So, that's what you guys are doing. Are you guys all heading to bed to get your long rest in and then coming back?
Gore will get his long rest in the casino.
Gotcha.
As you can imagine, Gore will wake up there.
Easy enough. What about you, Cora?
Cora would just actually she would dap up Azora first. As gratitude for everything that she's pretty much everything that she stands for, Cora admires. And she would say, you know, you hold a lot of strength in your character, and I believe strength in character can always defeat strength in numbers. And then she would just like give you the, you know, Spartacus handshake.
Yeah. Yep. Grab the forearms. Yep.
Yeah. You already know. Then she'll go to Ags and say, Agni, one last thing before we rest. I appreciate, as she's holding the blade that you made her, I appreciate your craftsmanship on this, and I think Talia would love it. But can I ask for one just minor thing? And as she takes like one of her many pieces of her Aerora's garments off, she picks one off and she said, is there any way where you can place this upon like the handle of the weapon? I would like to give it to her during the festival. But prior to that, I'm gonna go to the arena or the Coliseum now, and I'm gonna just say a quick prayer.
It probably could be done. I have a couple of things, but I'll have it ready before the festival.
Thank you, Ax. So she will give you back the blade, and then she would. That would be up.
Zora, before you go, what is your intentions with your old sword?
Well, I have not thought of that, but even though this blade, I woke up with it and I know it wasn't the one I was used to, I'm not sure. I figure I don't need it anymore. As you know, I'm a one blade type woman. And she puts it down on the right on the thing.
Are you sure? You could master two swords.
No. I like to put my focus in one thing, just like my focus in the Voden Knights or the Mushroom Kingdom. Loyal to two nations or two groups doesn't make sense to me. And as a warrior, one of the sword, loyalty to two swords also does not make sense.
An interesting take. I like it. If it makes no difference to you, I'm not sure how much you understand of the finer details of weaponry. But these weapons, especially yours, are powered and have runes inside of them. The runes are what give it a, let's just say, unique trait. Your frost, although comes from you, is passed through this rune, and then so through the sword itself. If this sword is no longer needed, I'd like to see if I can examine and study this rune. And in the future, who knows, maybe all the Mushroom Kingdom will wield frozen blades.
She slides the blade over. She says, "Well, go ahead, take it. Whatever can come from this, surely it'll benefit not only us but the kingdom. It would be collecting dust if it's left with me."
Agni, like, as you say that last part, shakes his head and says, "The sword itself, I recommend when I'm done, you at least keep it. Never forget where you came from. I have no use of taking your sword."
And she'll nod and she'll say, "Perhaps one day I'll gift that sword to someone else. Lots of stories on that hilt of that blade. It'd be good to see it in someone's hands."
Agni nods, and he still has work to do.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh no, Zora's gonna bid him a good night, but yeah, that's it.
All right. So, that night, as you guys are getting ready to head to bed for most of you, is anybody doing anything before they head to bed, or any conversations else they need to have?
Yeah, the last thing Zora will say before leaving here is, well, hopefully our new acquaintance, Strix, I believe his name, the Changeling, hopefully they've been enjoying their time at the casino. But I suggest tomorrow we begin asking some questions.
Actually, here's a fun fact. Azor, because you are from the likes of Voden, you wouldn't actually know them as changelings. You would know them as jinxlings. That is a fun fact that everybody, like all of Valley of Dreams, you would know them as that. Everybody outside of Voden, so like let's say if you were from Tahira, you would know them as changelings. There is a reason to that.
So yeah, she'll reckon that say the jinxling. Hopefully they're comfortable and understood the pleasures in the treats of the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps they'll be more malleable upon our speaking.
I trust the casino and the nice showings, in their cases, more effective than sending Zoe.
Yes. Although we're efficient, threats and intimidation isn't always the way. Perhaps sometimes, as they say, medicine goes down best with honey. And she'll look at Gore and she'll say, perhaps a trip to the bathhouse after our questioning for him.
Gore smirks. Preparations are to be made, then, Quiet One. A quick one. I'm so sorry. Apologies.
All good. Then, yeah, she'll tap Zaman on the shoulder as she heads up. You enjoy your night, brethren.
You too.
Yeah, she'll make her way.
All right.
Cora,
Go ahead, Cora.
Cora would say to Zaman, Zaman, perhaps we should check on Opie before we go to sleep. Make sure he's all right.
Yes, I actually sent him home for the night. He had been working countless hours. I told him we would tag up with him first thing in the morning.
Perfect. Okay, thanks, Zaman.
Excellent.
And she will let Ags know. If you need me, Ags, I'll be in the Coliseum.
Understood.
All right. So, we're gonna go down the list. Agni, are you going? And is this more so just getting a sit rep? Don't tell me what you're doing immediately, but or like don't try to go into it immediately. But
Yeah,
Agni, are you going to bed or are you doing something else before you go to bed?
He'll do at least one other thing before bed, if possible.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much time we have, but Agni has. I have like 5 things I want to do with the blacksmith, so I'll at least do at least one quick thing if possible before bed.
Yeah, you're good. So Agni's gonna be doing stuff in the blacksmith or anywhere else, and then where you at? Where Azora's going straight to bed, right?
No, she is gonna go to bed, but first she's gonna write down Ambrose that the Trojan and Lyria had sent to her what leadership means to them, so she's gonna jot that down in this book she's been writing and then head to bed.
All right. And then let's go down towards Gore. Gore, you just chilling in the casino till you fall asleep?
No, I was just gonna knock that thing out right before he goes to bed. So like whenever it is, right before you call nights out. I'll
thing
do it
that you DM me about?
Yeah. And I've got a little prereq for it, but yeah, whenever. It's fine.
All good. All right. So that. And then we're gonna go to Addy Dark. You doing anything before everybody goes to bed, or nah, you chilling?
Bruh, I'm the only fitness-oriented one. 10 hours sleep, bro. Macro.
All right.
Tomorrow starts the night before, bro. It's all about the evening routine.
Fair enough. All right. What about you, Zaman?
Yeah, he'll go to bed. He'll wake up fresh to start working with Opie and Cora in the morning.
All right. And then Cora, what about you?
She's gonna go to bed. Actually, she's gonna sleep in the Coliseum.
Got you. All right. So let's knock out this. Actually, well, we'll hear because I know Agni's stuff won't probably take terribly long or anything. So let's knock this out and make sure we get this done. And then we're gonna head to Gore right after. But go ahead, Agni.
Oh, we're doing my stuff? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess you tell me. I assumed the whole thing that Cora wanted would be pretty simple to do. She wanted me to put like a symbol of Iroas attached to the blade. Would that take any amount of time, or materials we need to subtract for that?
No, you're good.
Okay.
If anything, if you want to feel good about yourself, mark down 3 gold.
Okay, copy. Let's do that. Can I do something else?
Yep. Yeah, you got plenty of time. That doesn't take really much time at all. Like, you've gained proficiency in blacksmithing. That would probably take like 10, 20, 30 minutes at most.
Okay. There's 2 things. I don't know if one's gonna. I don't think one's gonna help the other. The more important thing is Agni wants to see if he can take this rune off of Azora's sword and learn how to replicate it.
All right. So trying to take that rune off and replicate it. So for this will actually be a roll. So
Okay.
It's not like oh, you will never be able to do it again. The rune breaks. It's more of hey, this is just how it's gonna take longer or not. So for this, make a blacksmithing roll check. And this is you, and you can roll it while I'm describing stuff, but kind of Agni, as you place the legs of the blade down, you begin to try to look over towards the room and try to almost like a surgeon trying to extract the likes of this rune from the blade, making sure it's in perfect condition, as well as trying to inscribe it on however Agni sort of does, whether that's onto differing stones or another means of enchantment. It's really up to you.
Okay. Would this be advantage because I'm in the blacksmith? I didn't know
Oh,
if that actually counts in here.
I believe so, yes. If I got that
Okay.
wrong, then it's fine. I'll fix that later.
Okay.
24, good stuff. As you begin to do so, you take out the likes of the rune, placing it onto the ground, or placing it onto the side for a moment. And Agni, as you're kind of hard at work doing this over and over again, you look over and you kind of reflect for a moment. Reflect on the little visions that you've had in the past, on learning how to even become a blacksmith yourself in hell. You remember hearing and seeing all those sort of teachings, as well as working alongside a multitude of other individual sorts. You look back and you look over towards the blade. Once more, the blade of the kingdom. You look over towards all of these things built. You have your own shop. You're making even infernal arms. A true master blacksmith. You kind of start thinking what the future may hold for you and these talents. But begin to place the rune off to the side. Begin to nod at what secrets may unfold before you with your talents. With that, Agni, you have gained expertise in blacksmithing.
It's about damn time.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, we'll just have to always like manually so remember that's expertise and all that. But you are good to go.
I won't forget.
Oh no, I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you won't. I probably will, but.
Okay, so basically I have taken the rune out successfully and I just have the rune itself.
Yes.
Would I tonight or be able to make any type of check to like understand how to replicate it before I put this rune into something else?
I mean, granted, you're not really pressed for time when it comes to these like this sort of thing. So if you want to stay up a little bit later, that's fine. You're still gonna have to make the roll in general, but yeah, you're fine do so.
Okay, I will do that. The first thing he wants to learn before he does anything else is, can he actually replicate this rune, or at least commit it to memory, or something to, if he needed to, even if it was a couple of rolls, he could recreate this rune.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's what I need. I just need one other survival check, aka blacksmithing check, for you. That's it.
Okay. Still at advantage, correct?
Still at advantage.
Okay. So this would be then expertise, so then it'd have an extra 4.
Extra
so
4, 18. 18 is not enough. It's gonna take you a little bit longer unless you got any inspo.
There is one thing I can use, and it's up to you if I can. Would you count the sorcerer's magical guidance for this, because it's an ability check?
Yep, that works out perfectly fine.
Okay, I'll do that then. And earn a sorcery point. Just take that down real quick and reroll right now.
24 plus 4, 28. Good stuff. And those are double 19s. God damn. All right. As you begin to do so, you know this is your forge. You know everything about it and everything around you. Immediately, just as if it's natural and going off of instinct, you're able to start replicating and writing down all the runes as you see fit. You're able to make a copy, but now you add this rune to your repertoire, being able to add it. Now, granted, you're still going to need the gem as well to be, installed with it, but you have at least the recipe, right?
Yeah, and I don't know anything about gems, but we can discuss that later.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically the goal, at least for tonight, for him. So I guess a satisfied look in his face, he kind of puts the rune down, and as you mentioned before, he kind of admires everything. There's multiple weapons in here that have been left in his possession to improve, and he knows that his knights require his expertise and to stay sharp with the weapons that they create. So as he kind of closes up the blacksmith area and heads to bed, he just thinks how far he's come so far and gets a little bit excited to how much further can he push this. What is the ultimate weapon he could potentially create? And those are kind of the thoughts on his mind as he leaves and heads back to his bed.
All right. As you're kind of doing so, head over towards the likes of Gore of the Meadows. Now, you are in the casino and the bar at the moment, but is there anywhere, is there any specific place? Oh, Tito's gone. Oh, there he is. All right, all good, all good.
So he's gonna start at the bar top, and then he's gonna end by himself in the little under construction, like our back room, like the VIP room.
Gotcha.
Is the goal.
All right. So, which one? Now, granted, these tokens aren't accurate on this field. I'm gonna mess with them in a minute, but you can use your imagination for a little bit. But is there, or which one would you kind of start off with first, and where? Then if you're starting at the top.
He's starting at the top of the bar, and he's really just gonna yell out something from the top of the bar.
All right.
And then he's gonna go ahead to the room and have his other talk. So.
Well, I was saying if you want to RP it out just in case you might get something else, because we have time.
I'm RPing it. Yeah. I'm with it. So let's go.
Go for it. What does Gore scream? Say. Scream.
You take it how you want. So I'm gonna try to be creative with Gore's way of doing things. So first he gives Cole Kasha, of course, anytime he sees him, he daps him up, 1980 style, like two strong arms dapping. In his a slight freeze frame. That's what always happens. And then Gore. It's just the mad. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So Gore turns. He's like,
"Listen, everyone."
Hoping to get everybody's attention as it is.
Yeah, you got everybody's attention, bro.
There are a few rules here. This is a place for victory, celebration, all the time. You don't bring any woes in this place. Listen, and this is what you'll do going forward.
And Gore grabs a drink, nothing too heavy, just something for effect. He's actually gonna be double fisting two things. And he holds the first one up. He says,
"The first drink for Phoenix. You must always crush."
And he pushes that drink back, whatever it is, and just murks it. As it is.
Easy enough. Make a Constitution check for me. I guess this would be a
I'll
save.
take it. Alright. Alright. Save and throw. That's gonna be ugly. Such is life.
9. Could be worse. You keeping it together a little bit.
And then he holds up the second one.
"The second, to Rashid and Dendar. Always a must."
And he crushes the second one.
Another Constitution save.
And such is life.
8. All right. Learn a little bit, but it's all good. Things are fine.
And then
Cole Kosh looking at you sideways, like, "Hey, yo, come on, bro. Come on."
And the last thing he says is,
"If anything else keeps you from going to bed, all the praise goes to Ambrosi instead."
And this is more or less big cheers. Everybody happy? We drinking? I hope everybody follows the rules. Them's the rules.
Enough. You see as everybody raises their tankards and more, and they begin to yell out to victory, the likes of pretty much to Dendar and all of that sorts. Most of them are kind of just drunk. They're kind of going like, "Yeah, sure, the Dendar," kind of just going along for the ride. But yeah.
So, but with that being said, he again gives the salutatory dap. And Gore says,
"I'll be in VIP, not to be disturbed anymore."
And Gore goes ahead and makes his way into this room. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Now Gore's in here, and Gore's feeling a little bit accomplished with what it is. His victories come in different ways than everybody else's, I guess, from him crushing everything like that. But I guess he feels, I don't know, little ways, but he just wants to make sure he's doing right. So he's gonna more or less try to contact Phoenix in the best way that Gore can. And Gore yells out, actually he doesn't yell out, he sits down, and he's like,
"Phoenix, Gore's found the one you told him about. The Knights will help me crush them. I promise you that. You've also blessed Gore with more strength from Dendar. And yourself. Did you see everything I crushed in your name? Even more. I've made the Stench One happy. There'll be more places for people to move. And I'll ask the Keepers to mark this place so they always know Phonax's realm is here. All Gore asks is that you tell Rashid to come this way. He's made other ways to praise you, Phonax. Other ways to show he hasn't forgotten you.
And Gore grabs a deck of cards and he pulls them out and he starts a shuffle them. I don't know if I got to do a sleight of hand, but
Nah, you're good.
Gore shuffling it, and surprisingly better than what it is. What would be thought, and he holds up a card, and it's a three or whatever, call it 3 of spades. He holds it up, and he's like,
and listen, Phonax. We'll gain more riches from here, more praise in your name. I'll have them all. Food to praise you. We have many things in store for this place.
And Gore takes the same 3, and he flips it around. And when he flips it, he casts Minor Illusion on it, and it's a Joker with almost like Phonax on the other side.
We have ways to make them praise you, whether they want to or not. Just tell me I'm doing the right things, and I'm going the right way.
So I don't know if that all made sense out of character.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it does.
All right. Yes. So yeah. So basically, Gore is showing that he's more or less made a church out of the casino, and he's gonna start doing things that show his little praises by him by moving the way Phonax would move.
As you kind of do, begin to kind of look towards the cards for a moment, and as you're sort of messing with them, begin to look over. You feel kind of a presence first, or chilling wind for a moment, where you look about, and you see as there's another Gore beside you. They seem to be kind of sitting on one of the chairs, legs sort of crossed and sort of looking at you, and they seem to have a sort of darker aura about them. As it does, seems to be they have a mantle of, or a cloak of feathers, black feathers specifically, amongst their body. No axe, but they look over towards you, and you know what this individual is. This is not Gore, this is not a trick from the Fae. This is Phonax speaking to you, or almost kind of through you, if you will. Now, we'll see the individual begin to speak. Now, though I don't have their voice, because voice mod still fucked up and all that. I'm going to be working with that tomorrow, but you'll see as they begin to say, Gore of the Meadows. Probably one of my favorite followers and worshippers. You have done well, my child. Very, very well. Now, I'll be honest, I don't even necessarily know what to say. They'll kind of look around towards everything in the room. I never really had much of buildings and such built for me. This is a nice change of pace. Definitely one that needs to be rewarded. However, before then, business. Making sure that you want this Rashid, this serpent's vessel, this oracle of the sorts, knows that they should head this way. I can make sure to do that. Besides, I even have another devout worshipper or follower. They're in their party and their troop. I'll make sure to do this for you. Now, you have done extravagant work. And you'll see as they kind of like, they're not really sort of flying around. They'll flutter and fly onto the sort of table before they're kind of walking around, looking towards all the spilled drinks, the bits of, all the trash kind of laid waste by the likes of the Voden Knights and more. But as they kind of begin to trace their fingers in the likes of the moon grass and more, they'll look over and say, now, you have done everything that I've asked for. No problems, no issues, no concerns, and that is what I like the most about you. When I ask something, no problems at all. Because of that, I've taken it upon myself to give you a bit of more information for you. Now, though it is true that us gods and the divine, we cannot actively interact, more so affect the likes of mortals, or we would have no reason for champions like, well, you. However, I've been able to do a little bit of trickery. That's a Heliod worshipper of the sorts. Though it is not 100% on whether they will be able to do so. I know that a couple of others, at least, will be making their way there. This tournament of the sorts on the island of Bayani, I've done a bit of string pulling, a little bit of deceit and deception to, how you say, adjust their little boat ride, not to the Taiga, maybe to a certain island, if you will. They're warriors of the sorts. They want to get off. It'll probably be in their best interest to compete in a tournament. Now, it'd be unfortunate if an individual was to be shamed on said island during this trip of the sorts. That would be horrific, terrible even. Whether that be outside of the tournament or inside, no one's necessarily watching, and I'm, for one, not judging. Not in the least bit. But I wouldn't make you do this for free. No. I want you to do one thing. You humiliate them. Make a mockery of them, if you will. Make it known to as many people of their fuck up. Whether that's inside the tournament or outside, I don't care. If you do this for me, or what would you say about becoming my little champion?
Gore grips the axe.
Gore will do anything to fulfill his debt. Gore will crushing your name.
Now, so this is more of an out of game thing to explain.
Copy. Go ahead.
You would know this as Gore. When they mean champion, it's more of, first off, being a champion for them and doing this sort of debt. It's not just like, oh, you're going to be my champion, that's it. It's more of, we're giving you the likes of a power that is only, or that can only be bestowed upon for a champion to help and aid you in your ultimate sort of goal, right? That's what it kind of is. So more so, you would become, with the whole piety little thingy and all that sort of stuff, be a champion in that regard.
Say less, fam.
So, that's what that is kind of all about. And is there anything else? No, that's pretty much it. Now, what they'll also continue saying is this. No. That said, you've done well so far, and I will not leave you high and dry. So, I'll give you, or a lack of a better term, a promotion for this time. Continue doing as you will, and continue crushing as you see fit. And please, oh, goodness gracious. Thinking about this. You might even want to talk to Zaman about this at some point. Maybe keep my name out of it, but I kind of like this whole casino thing. It'd be an interesting thing if it just so happened to expand across all of the valley. Or maybe even Voden.
Franchise, you say? No,
Franchising?
Oh,
agreed, Orlando.
No, you're just putting words into my mouth. No, I didn't say that. I totally said that. But anywho, I'll begin to. I think you get the idea. So, I'll leave you to it.
God will fulfill this. He will humiliate the one who thinks he's better than he needs to be. God will show you how he's your champion. And God will also
Make sure we have franchise in many states. Try to have at least $1 billion served to Rashid's House of Greed.
The terms and conditions.
Bro, we're gonna open up, bro, serving wings at the casino, bro.
No, just wait till that Ambrosi Strip Club becomes an addict, bro.
The last sort of thing. Oh, and this isn't mandatory, but it is an avenue that you could. This individual, their name being Anthrax. You might even want to consider them in the likes of this franchising. They may or may not be willing or even thrilled to help out when it comes to making a bit of coin. And as they say this, begin to see as shadows begin to loom around you, begin to start swirling for a bit. And you know that Fanax is getting ready to leave. You've seen this well enough multiple times. If there's anything last things you'd like to say, then now is the time.
Go with he didn't give him the name of the one he's supposed to humiliate. I just want to be clear.
Nah, he gets the sense that you'll probably find them, your tracker, or you'll see them.
Mhm.
They'll be pretty hard to miss.
Copy. I think that will cover it all. Go be like,
God will continue to crush. And what was that new power you gave God?
Don't worry, it's happening.
They said it's happening. Okay, gotcha. Oh no, I was talking about the when he actually went astral or whatever.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Run back. Are you talking about something else? When he went astral raging and all that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I asked about. Now he ain't gonna question getting something else. He's just curious what it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That, my friend, and this is all while the shadows are kind of swirling about. That, my friend, is a funny little power. Don't say this. Remember, we keep secrets around here. I believe to the other soul-bound it should be fine, but not anyone else, please. That is a bestowing of my own power seeping through you. More so, seeping to you as a catalyst of what you can truly become. An Elysian cataclysm, or cataclysmic power, if you will. You'll figure out more soon enough. Or begin to see as the shadows dissipate and you feel yourself even stronger, even more devoted than before. Truly blessed by Fanax. And I'll get this to you. But Gore the Meadows, you've received your update on the likes of your party, and you are now
Blessed.
Well, let me get that straight. I gotta make sure I get it right on the. I gotta look on the world anvil and all that stuff. But I'm gonna get you that set up in the background. Sound good?
Copy. Much appreciated.
All right.
And Gore would probably have another drink and pass himself out there. He's definitely celebrating. There's victories to be had.
Fair enough. All right. So if that is what Gore is doing, let's go over towards everybody else. Now, eventually, as you all are able to one by one gain the likes of a long rest and such, you can adjust your tokens and all that sort of stuff on your guy. Sure, you guys are good to go. Let's start off with Addy Dark. For now, though, Addy Dark, as you as you eventually wake up before pretty much, I'd probably say probably a little bit earlier than everybody else, because even then, if it is a 10-hour sleep, you probably went to bed earlier, because you left earlier, or left the tavern earlier and all that stuff. So, as you do, waking up bright and early, you look about, and what would you like to do across or inside the village anywhere?
Actually, you don't need to do anything by myself at the moment. I wanted to train Gashir, but I'm trying to think. I guess I could just do that in arena around Cora, I guess. Is Cora's in the arena?
Yeah, Cora's in the arena, and then also Gore had to go do something in the arena anyways.
Yeah, I think a few people were going to the arena, so I think I'd just get up and go find Gashir and get him in the arena to get some training in. You know, muscle up always. Burpee time. Let's do this.
Easy enough. You're gonna find something funny. As you're looking around for the likes of Gashir, you kind of ask around town, or just using your own general survival instincts and more to track where the heck this mushroom guy has been. And eventually your little bit of tracking leads you to outside the tavern and casino, and it leads you over towards a strange sort of sheep pit. Now, Kami would be out doing their own little mission and adventure. So I'm gonna set up their tokens right now, but you look over and you see Gashir sleeping and cuddling one of the sheep in the pen.
I guess, can I do a history check to see if mushkins are into sheeps?
They are not.
They're not. Okay, I just want to make sure I understand their beliefs. You know, no judgments here. Where is my token for the record?
Gotcha. Right over here. Yeah,
oh,
big
there we
old
are.
map.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I was looking all types of wrong places. Yeah, I'm all behind on getting set up right now, for the record.
All good. Are you moving over to Gashir? If so, I got you.
Yeah. Let me roll over to Gashir. Get a. Whose sheep these are?
You Azora, you kind of told them about the everybody about the sheep, right?
Yeah, for the festival, the food.
Yeah, so Azora would know that basically the Fable Rangers, aka the Voden Fable stuff, they captured a bunch of sheep in their quest and brought them to the village for the festival.
Ah, I see. I guess I need to wake this man up. And is this water right here?
Yeah, that's water.
Ah, perfect. I will go to Gashir and I will immediately grapple him and move him to the cliff with him over my head.
As you do, you just hear as he sort of snore and just like literally exactly like that. You pick him up, he's like, it's fine. This is fine. They're still half asleep, and you kind of just start. Are you dangling them over the water?
Yeah, definitely dangling him like feet above his head, like I'm about to interrogate him, Gotham City style, on top of a skyscraper.
As you kind of do, they are heavy asleep, but you kind of start shaking them a little bit, and they're like, what? Oh shit! They look over and they start flailing immediately, trying to get a move and just trying to free themselves before they look over. No! What is going on? Where am I? Ow! This is my head hurts. Fuck!
Gashir. Let me guess. Out late last night, huh?
Andy Dark, is that you?
I leave you alone. We go fight a kraken, and I find you with sheep the next day?
We can talk about this, but maybe not when I'm upside down, right? Right?
I'll give you an option, Gashir. A quick choice, a consequence here. Do you want today's lesson to be about swimming, or how to stick a landing?
Oh God. Gashir the Noxious Blade always has to be flashy, so I guess stick a landing, right? But, we're going to have safety precautions and everything, just like a little bit of padding and pillows down below, just in case I break my neck.
I I have faith in you, Gashir. That's all that matters. And he begins to spin around in a circle, and then he begins to attempt to heave them across this little river channel to the other side.
As you do.
Aim for the trees.
All right, Addy Dark, I'm gonna give you make it this an athletics check. I'm gonna give you advantage because you probably would be able to do this recklessly and more. So as you start spinning, you just shut the. Oh God.
The gods of bro, he's never to sleep with sheep again, bro. Let him know today to never sleep with sheep again.
Natural 20 for a total of 28. You just chuck Gashir almost like a cartoon as they go flying, just.
I feel like I'm gonna toss him into the Coliseum. I feel like how close am I to that thing? Oh no, he's too far. Oh, that's not the Coliseum.
A little too far. Maybe maybe a level 15 or probably like level 14 or something like that.
Yeah, I was on the wrong side of the map.
But as you do, you kind of toss them. They kind of go flying, doing several sort of flips. As they do, they're gonna make I guess an acrobatics check. All right, you tell me, Addy Dark. This is a natural 20. This is your choice. You want to make it harder for them, or you want to make it give them advantage for this with your nat 20?
Definitely want to give him advantage because this is training. This isn't. It's tough love.
Acrobat.
Just like that. See?
Nat 20.
This is just how we trained. Just how I trained him. Just how I trained him. See, those instincts kicked in.
As you do, you see as Gashir is sort of flailing about left and right, and as he does, you sort of throw him with enough momentum, and you throw him high enough in the air where he has a little bit of time. He looks down towards the ground, and he's like, and he kind of realizes that, hey, it's either I can land and make this hurt, or I can land and make this not hurt. He takes the last option. With a gracious sort of striking on the ground, it definitely fucking hurts his knees and such. Bits of dirt fly everywhere, and as he does a little bit of a 3-point hero landing, skidding across the ground, he says, looking left and right, "Ha ha! The noxious blade prevails! Ow! Ow! Ha ha! Oh, God. My head hurts, but I look cool, but that's all that matters." They'll kind of look over and wave towards you to like, "Did you see that? I nailed the landing, first try."
You'll see Addy Dark from across the river beat his chest and howl to the moon as always, and yell, "Now meet at the Coliseum. It's time for real training. That was just the warm-up."
Oh, okay. Oh God, the noxious blade never rests. Osias will begin to start dragging his sword before he flicks the dirt off the ground before sheathing it and heading towards the arena. He's a little bit excited, but he's also like, oh God, what's gonna be next? It's typical Gashir stuff. All right, that's it. Addy Dark, you heading to the arena then?
Yeah. I'm join whatever training or whatever else everybody else is doing over there.
Got it. All right, we're gonna once whoever wants to be at the arena gets to the arena, then we're gonna swap to the actual arena map. But
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yo, Sensei.
Right. Yep.
Gore's gonna be there waiting. So.
Oh no, I got you.
Me and Core would, since we only require 4 hours of sleep, we would have spent like the 4 hours before everybody woke up working with OP. Just FYI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to RP, or are you just making a couple of rolls?
Yeah, well, we're trying to train them together, so it's a small amount of RP.
Got you. I will switch maps. Just give me 2 seconds. It's gonna be the night map. For some reason, didn't swap over. But I can swap it over the background. All right. Let's get this. Let's move you, and put you here. All right. So as you're kind of trying to train the likes of OP, bright and early, same thing. Because I don't think, unless I'm crazy, I don't think mushrooms actually need that much time to sleep either. I'll check that out in a bit. But you'd kind of look over, and as you're sort of doing, you're free to talk as you wish and make as many potions and/or poisons as you want.
Copy. Zaman will say, Cora, as you can see, Opie has made a tremendous amount of progress in the little time we've been gone. Opie, come and show Cora what you showed me last night.
Sure thing. Sensei will begin to present to you the likes of, I believe it was, where is it? Opie. I think it was one truth serum, if I'm not, or is either that or the serpent's venom.
He made one true serum, and then I think a basic potion, like a common potion. He made one of those.
Yeah. But yeah, you already got it down. So you.
Yep.
Oh, here it is. That's why. Yeah. You pretty much got all of it. And as they kind of present it towards you, Cora, they seem probably a lot less tired, but they definitely seem proud of it. Just similar to like a blacksmith sort of pouring their heart and soul into a signature weapon. They pride themselves with the likes of these poisons and potions.
As he has the potions in his hands, she will use her powers to bring the potions closer to her. Now she's not touching it, but you can see it floating in the air, and as she's tilting it around just to see how it looks, and she'll give it back to Opie, and then she'll say, "You did a great job, Opie." Now, the only thing I would also like you to focus on is your confidence. When you come in here, this is also your lab too. So I want you to be strong when you come in here, but also more importantly, be proud of your work also.
Yes, OP. As Cora said, be strong, be proud, be confident, but also be creative. Remember, you are a natural born alchemist. We can see your skills, and even your body produces poisons as well as healing abilities. So use that to your advantage.
That Zaman, or yeah, we'll probably have Zaman do this. Make a persuasion check with advantage because Cora's helping you out.
B. Advantage is alt.
13. That's enough to get the job done. As you are sort of saying this to Opie, you'll see is begins to kind of like get ready to be like, but no, you're right. Yeah. It's just you know, I see you two. You got the whole sort of shop and everything, and you know, you're able to make potions and poisons left, right, making like 4 times the amount of poisons I could sort of make within a day. It's just like I don't know if I could ever sort of live up to that.
Opie, confidence. With anything you do in life, you must be confident in it, or else it'll never work. If you don't believe in yourself, then why should anyone else?
Yes, trial and error is important. Me and Cora didn't just naturally have these skills. We learned them, improved them over time, and this is why we're good as we are.
Correct. And don't forget, the best confidence builder is experience. The one thing that I want to do in life in here is to build a hospital or an outpatient clinic. It's one of my goals, and I can see you being part of that goal too.
Similarly, I want to build a disease and poisons facility where we can learn, create, and learn how to counteract poisons. So we are more proactive with the research.
You'll see as begin to speak and say, all right, yeah, you're right. Confidence, especially if I'm gonna be living up to all these tasks and such. I gotta make sure. You're 100% right. I'm sorry for that. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try hold like a a senior project or some sort. I'm gonna try to make something big, something that you guys maybe never seen before if I can, and I'll present it. You look it over, and it's gonna be great. Gonna be great. What do you guys say? You sure you're gonna have a bit of time to kind of look that over?
Of course, we will make the time, Opie, because you are a high potential candidate for us.
We trust in your abilities, Opie. We just need you to trust in yours also.
And do not stifle your creativity. Go wild.
As this is said, you'll see as Opie is sort of renewed with a bit of renewed with confidence and almost excitement. They seem to have that same look or expression that Zaman typically has whenever they get a new oh my god. Whenever they get a new idea for an invention or maybe even a scheme of the sorts. Or even when you, Cora, you find yourself getting ready and preparing for battle, and victory is assured. You see as they have that same expression before, almost just like clockwork, they begin to just, all right. They just rush over and they just start grabbing a couple of poisons. They grab a couple of more health potions and more, and they just get to work immediately.
I like your work ethics, Opie, but don't forget, it is important to also take breaks. Give yourself some time. Don't work too late.
And
It's fine. It's fine. Besides, hey, I mean, I can always just talk to the mushrooms, just whenever we sleep and all that stuff. I mean, that's what we do anyways. So, besides, this is, you know, my mark. This is what I'm leaving, and I only got a little bit of time to be here, and I'm not gonna waste it, you know?
And if you ever get a little bit stressed out, remember what I gave you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That sticky icky.
Alright. You'll see as they'll begin to nod and they'll give you a little smirk. And that is that.
I guess we'll probably, while we're here, we'll probably like make a couple of poisons and potions, and then Zaman will check on the trees he planted a couple months ago, and then we can move to the arena after that.
Trees you planted. It's been a couple months, and you know how it is with Sensei Brain.
Yeah,
Were they special trees or just literally trees?
They were special trees. We got seeds from Seven Souls. Then we got like 3
mana seed things.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he planted them.
Okay, yeah, I got the mana seed stuff.
Yep.
The trees though from Secrets, you said.
No,
From Seven Souls. Okay, then it's just the one thing. Gotcha. All right.
He planted them right outside the alchemy lab.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I thought you planted them in the farm for some reason.
Nah, he wanted to keep the food supply separate because he wasn't sure what it was.
Fair enough. All right, so if you're going to do that, you can start heading over towards outside the little alchemy lab, and you can start picking them. But as you grab them, as you're kind of looking over at them first, they definitely seem to. It makes it easier to kind of know when they're finished and when they're not. They glow and shine with the likes of a blue radiant light. It leaves off a bit of pixie dust and sparkles and more. But looking at it, make a perception check for me. The 13, you're not able to hear much of anything, but regardless, these things seem to be, well, for the most part, ready to be utilized and more.
Copy. Zamana turned to Cora and said, Cora, this is interesting. I think we may have grown some form of mana. Here. And he'll hand her one of the. How does it? It's blue? How does it look again?
Hold on 1 second. Stupid bots all over again. Where's Max? I'll do that for now. Say that one more time.
How do they look? The berries?
The berries, they're kind of just circular, kind of like beads.
Copy. He'll say, look at these berries. They seem to be infused with magic. Yeah, I'll pick a couple. You should keep a couple on you, and we'll give a handful to Agni as well. I'm curious what their use is for. I may have to use it in battle next time we go out.
Yes. Before we use it in battle, let's definitely make sure we know what it is that we're gonna be using.
You know, that's a good point, Cora. Maybe we should practice in the arena.
Yes. I believe that's what the plan is. Once everyone wakes up.
We can also feed these to Pyro.
You would know that's probably a terrible idea. Because these are basically, you're feeding them like smaller mana crystals. Like as if they were they're not
sounds
Gronk.
like a good idea to them on.
they're not Gronk.
Alright, won't do that then.
Last
so
sort of thing, make an Arcana check for me. Last sort of important thing.
Copy.
19. You would know that one thing is these mana berries are definitely not stable. They are very much dangerous, and you probably want to hide these from just the general populace being like, ooh, berries, grabbing it. The reason why is because they are sort of teeming with the likes of magical energy and power, similar to the likes of a mana crystal themselves.
Copy. He'll say, Car, since Opie stays in the alchemy lab, we should have him keep an eye out and make sure no one touches these berries. I'll also put up a sign to say these are not to be eaten. They could kill you.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe when we have downtime, we can really examine these and see the properties.
I wonder how they will react if we toss a couple in the reactor.
Oh boy.
Shit. Well, while you're doing that, I'll be in the lab.
Easy enough.
Wear goggles before you do that.
Let's head over to Cora, and then I got you. We're gonna come back to Uzumon, and then we're gonna go to everybody else. Sound good?
Yeah, that works.
All right. Cora, is there anything that you're trying to do over here?
Well, me and Zaman was gonna make potions, but I guess
I mean, just give me a second just to toss it in the reactor, and then we can make the potions and the poisons. It only takes a second.
All right. Well, I'm standing right here, bro.
Oh boy. See, it's just, are you just see this little one mic and it just looking over, just like ooh ah. Are you moving him or anything?
Yeah, he's gonna tell him, excuse me, okay, give me some space. This could be potentially dangerous. As a matter of fact, tell everyone to stand in the back.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay. They'll back up. A couple of the mushrooms are gonna kind of hug a little too close to Cora because they don't know what the fuck about to go on.
Cora would tell them, step inside, please.
All right. They're gonna walk on in. All right, Zaman.
Ready.
So you just toss the. Wait, question. Did you already grab the berries and such?
Yeah, he picked them from over here.
Okay. All right. We'll just flavor it like this. We'll flavor it like this. All right. As you kind of grab them and you get ready to sort of toss them or place them into the mana generator and more, you see as this kind of already reacting in general, all of the weave of magic beginning to swirl about. And as you do, all right, here's this. Let me bring out this to make sure. Where are the? I might just need to. Oh, there it is. And there we go. There we go. Okay. I need you to roll a D100.
Copy.
And then Cora, I need you. Or actually, no, this would probably be more Zaman. I'm gonna need you to roll 1d4 plus your int modifier.
Copy.
So that's a 58, and that's a 5. All right. So, good news is you get 5 mana. All right.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I will remember that. All right. Very well. Just Chris, make sure when you are doing everything, make sure you describe every little thing. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Copy.
Every
Will do.
little thing.
All right, will do. After he did that, he'll go over to the core and say, "See, look at that. Now we have more mana."
Do I see anything that's on his hands?
Make a perception check. DC is extremely high, but you might be able to do it, Cora.
Nope.
Nah.
Okay. And Cora was just telling me you should probably wash your hands before we start touching things. She didn't touch the berries. She just has them, like, she's using her psionic and just having them floating.
Alright, easy enough.
Yeah, there's a sink in the alchemy lab. It'll be quick. I'll quickly wash my hands since you're afraid, Cora.
Alright. As you kind of like get the likes of the sink and more, you kind of start or yeah, kind of what are you doing here?
He'll turn on the water.
Alright, the water or the sink handle catches on fire.
Copy. Oh, that is interesting. Very interesting.
Is it like fire?
Oh yeah, it's fire. This shit just bursts into flames. Just.
Zaman the sink should be on and the water should be running. So
Mm-hmm.
he'll use the water to try to put out the fire that just started.
All right, as you kind of just try to put out the lights of the fire, just throwing the water over towards it, splash, splash over, and more. You see as the flames, they're doused out immediately, but you know, that happened.
Zaman, I don't think you should be touching anything in here.
I'll use my mage hand.
You see as Opie is looking with their eyes wide open with this poison vial in their hand.
Everything's under control, Opie. Don't worry about it. I just have to be more careful.
I guess this is science.
Opie's gonna. I think I'm gonna take a walk for a second. I'll be right back. Hey, they're gonna grab these mushrooms and Mike and is. They're gonna, escort them out of here for a bit.
Before Opie would leave, Cora would just say, make sure he cleans up his spot. She don't want no mess, no stuff just laying out here, unlabeled. You know what I mean? He likes to keep the lab clean.
All right. What do you do,
Zaman? He casts his mage hand, and then he's gonna.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he's not gonna touch anything else. He's gonna use his mage hand to make the poisons and everything else from now on.
All right, you're smart enough with the headband of intellect that you probably don't for a little while. Thank God you didn't, because if you touched anything in this fucking alchemy lab, kablooey, is what would have happened.
Fair enough. Good thing you had Cora there, no solo RPs.
Oh man. Also, what Sean is saying in the chat for you, Addy Dark, that is correct. All right. So you head into, or after all of this, you guys can roll for whatever you need to do to make any poisons or potions. But other than that, is there anything else you need to do?
Nope. He's gonna head to the arena. He's gonna train his two magician apprentices. It was Stump, and I can't remember the wizard's name. But
got you. And you're bringing them to the arena then, right?
Yep.
So yeah, Stump and Musk.
Musk. That's what it was.
Talia and Dugar would also be there too.
Let me see if they're. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Just that token works. Then let me make sure Stump works. You're bringing Talia and Dugar there as well.
Yeah.
Got you. Copy. All right. Let's head over towards Azora. Where would you be at right now, Azora?
So after leaving the the bed, she would be headed to I guess to the casino tavern, whatever, to wake up. I don't know if you sleep, but pretty much to talk to the Jinxling, and hopefully Gore or somebody is still there.
Sure thing. All right. talking to Strix and such. Strix would be found in the well, actually, probably not. You look over into the tavern and such, and what are you sort of saying and doing? You'd also kind of find Pyro tuckered out, and then eventually like waking up and looking for everybody. But
Yeah, she would have first. So technically, she'd never seen what they look like, but so of course she's gonna say, well, she's gonna look to see who's clearly, if you're not a mushroom or one of us, then you're different. But knowing that they are a changeling, she would probably use her eye to see if she could see anybody that's not a shroom.
Make an insight check for me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. My sheet hasn't worked in weeks. I gotta do it this way. And that's plus oh my gosh. Let's see, that's plus 6.
Oh god, I fucking clicked on Azora's character sheet and the whole thing crashed. God damn.
Yeah, 19.
Alright, 19. 1 second here, let me roll for this. 12 plus a lot. Just a bunch of mushrooms everywhere.
She'll go to Kokashka and probably ask Keeperaya as well. Good morning, everyone. By any chance, have you? Good morning. By any chance, have either of you two seen the Jinxling that has been visiting the establishments?
Jinxling. Oh, yeah, they were here earlier and such. I don't know exactly where they went. They kind of just walked in and then blended in with the masses and such, and then kind of disappeared. Not entirely sure where that one went. Look over towards Keeper Raya. And Raya is looking over and saying, I could look for, I could look to see where they might be. They'll step out past the sort of, or the little bar stool and such, and look around. But see as their eyes begin to turn purple for a moment, and they look through each of you. They almost look past you, looking over. Looking through the walls and then looking over towards the chair. And you see as they begin to lock focus on an individual mushroom. He doesn't necessarily seem to be stalked into the ground. They seem to be feet up, snoring on the legs of the couch over to the side. I believe the individual you're looking for is there.
Appreciate it, Raya. And I hope you're brushing up on your skills. We were able to make one of the Inferno arms, so that is what I'll be using during our bout.
I have seen. I will say I do have a bit of pride over the soulbound that I watch in the valley, and I am glad to watch over the individuals who are able to make it the first one. I also look forward to seeing exactly what it is capable of doing.
Question before I go talk to DC individual, and she calls out to see if Gore's around.
Call out to Gore. Gore, you can be there if you want.
Yeah. That was right before when we got up. Yeah, he'd be here. So, yep. Sorry. Zoop back. Yeah. And Gore, you see Gore come out the back room.
Yeah, and she'll say, "Gore, we're gonna talk to the patron over there. Clearly, they're blending in as one of the shrooms." And she points over there on the couch and she says, "But Raya, a quick question for you. You see her take out a journal and pen. What does leadership mean to you?"
Leadership. As they sort of think for a moment. I believe that leadership would probably be something along the lines of an individual who can be relied upon. One that stands as an example for others. Or if a leader can't abide by their own rules that they try to enforce, then they are no leader at all. Leaders are individuals that people look towards for guidance, sometimes assistance. But ultimately, they are the golden standard of whatever group that you represent, or they represent. But that is only my opinion.
Appreciate it. One of our companions in hell, in what the Graz and the Girls, goes by the name Uganda or something like that. They are looking to understand what it means to be a leader. So this will help. I definitely appreciate it.
Alright. Oh, see, as I believe that it will. That is a very nice thing to do.
And she'll nod, and then she'll say, "Go. You love your chicks. This one appears to as well. Let's talk to them. Make sure that the stay in here has been everything they would like, and see if there's anything else they need." Oh, God.
This is, here's one thing. This is more for Gore, rather. Azora, you could technically make it, but it's really a disadvantage. Like, it's one of those history sort of checks, but it's more of a religion check. Gore, make a religion check, and you worship fanatics. Make it with advantage.
Copy.
Something you would know about Jinxlings.
I haven't rolled one of these in a minute.
You did disadvantage, and you still got a 19, so it's 20.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay.
Jinxlings, what you would know is that they obviously being changelings and such, but they worship a god, not necessarily fanatics, but it's pretty closely related to fanatics. More of a demigod rather than anything being going by the name of Jinx. They were a changeling individual who liked to cause chaos and more similar to the likes of fanatics. They're very, very closely related individuals. That being said, fanatics worshippers and changelings would typically get along quite well. Past that sort of thing is with them being also technically Fae now. That would also be another thing that you would sort of know and be able to have an edge to sort of help in convincing them to do a lot of stuff if they even show a little bit of kinship towards it. But there is one thing about it. Changelings come in extreme shapes and sizes when it comes to their ideals. So just because one route works with one of them doesn't mean it'll work for all of them. And this is true for every race, but especially for a changeling. For just a couple things that you would know. For example, one might actually love the fact that they're a changeling. They love shapeshifting into anybody or anything that they want. Free will, chaos, yada, yada, yada. Others might actually hate it, and they may stick to one simple form rather than anything and refuse to use their powers. Whichever angle it is, you need to worry about finding it, and then you can use it to exploit it past that, as they kind of hold at least one ideal closely to them all the time. Almost to a T. So that's a little bit of stuff that you know about Jinxlings in Voden.
Copy.
Alright.
So continue what you'll say. Yeah, probably so that they blend in during their time here, but it seems that we should at least make our acquaintance with them so that they know who are the patrons of this place. When the whole group comes together, perhaps after the festival, we can discuss things even further with him.
All right. Gore nods.
Okay.
Alright. Mushroom is just still chilling on the couch, feet kicked up, sleeping.
Azora sits on the couch next to them, and she said, Good morning to you."
See, as they begin to open an eye, feet still sort of kicked up, and they look over towards Gore, look over towards Azora surrounding them, and you'll begin to hear as they say in a mushroom voice, hi, I'm not in trouble or anything, right?
Gore casts disguise self on himself. Alright, it's the first time he's probably done this. And he turns into a little mushroom and walks up to him. And what he does is he kind of like makes it look like his feet are rooted in the ground. And he's like,
Sneaky one. This works better if your roots are in the ground.
The wood work much better.
What are you talking about? Why would I need to root into the ground or anything like that? No.
Look, we're not here to bust your balls or anything. We just want to make sure you're enjoying everything to your liking here in the Mushroom Kingdom. And if there's anything else that we could do for you before we sit down and talk. I'm sure you've seen plenty of flyers here. You know the festival is upon us soon. So just relax, enjoy yourself until then. But we want to probably introduce ourselves as the Voden Knights. If you need anything, feel free to let us know in the meantime, and certainly enjoy your stay.
I'll see as they. Oh, go ahead, Gore. If you're gonna say something.
Gore would stick out his arm, almost like shaking it.
The little ones around here are a nervous bunch. If they feel you aren't one of theirs, they'll notice.
And he again wiggles his little root toes.
All right. And I guess the jig is up. Kind of shift for a moment. You see as it is a ghostly, terrifying thing. Their body begins to change shape and morph for a moment before you see as they have pale white skin and long sort of white hair sort of shaved to the side, tattooed all over the likes of their arm and more before eventually the individual sort of move their sort of feet and eventually look over. All right. I also appreciate all the bit of hospitality you guys have shown me. This nice little spot you got going on here. So, anything that I'd wish, I mean, you guys have already provided at this point. Look around and really start thinking for a moment. They have something. It's probably gonna be something ridiculous at this point. They'll probably joke around and say, you guys don't probably have a place where you can get a massage or something.
Of course. Of course we do. We know how to treat the Fae the right way.
They'll look over, they're kind of shocked that you guys actually do. Oh shit, I was just we're joking. Wait, really? Where?
I said that's a joke.
Jeez. Gore, I guess, reaches in his pockets and pulls out a slip. And technically, it's not open yet, right? Correct?
Nah.
So, and Gore says this:
Consider it a show of good faith. It opens soon. You'd be the second one to get admission.
And he'd pass him the appropriate voucher.
They'll look over at it and they will smile and smirk. Oh my goodness, man! You all know how to treat a visitor right. I'll tell you that much. You treat everybody this way, or just me?
And you know, he knows of Lyria was the group that he was with, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Lyria is the other one who got their pass. We treat all those who are friendly to the Mushroom Kingdom, well, friendly.
They'll kind of smirk. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna make an insight check. Alright. 12. That's not too terrible. Azora or Azora, make a charisma check for me. Gore, if you want, you can give her advantage. Oh, actually, no, could
Yeah.
they? No, I'll say this. It has to probably be separate rolls. Make charisma checks, both of you.
Right.
All right, 8. Is there any pluses to that or not?
Nah.
Natural 20.
Yo,
and 8.
he rolling them ugly crits, boy. Woo!
Ooh, okay. So, good news is, Gore, you're not able to give up a poker face, but Azora and not so much. They look over towards Gore, and then they look over towards Azora. Oh, tell you what, you keep treating me like this, and I'll tell you all the Dynasty's secrets and such. I know what you're after. I know.
And she winks with with not the oculi eye. She keeps it open, and she says, "Well, so long as we all understand each other, so long as you're here, just know you are a friend and ally to the Voden Knights in the Mushroom Kingdom. For now, pleasure. But when the festival's open, we could get to business." And she stands up and
the last thing they will say to make sure this is 100% clear. Oh, and as long as we're also in understanding that information don't come cheap, and my prices are quite high. You're working your way up to it.
Gore would be like,
Well, for now, your drinks are on Gore. And when the bathhouse, you get to enjoy even more. Maybe you could tell me what happened to the spider one in the dynasty. Gore's still searching for her.
Oh, yeah. They'll look at your sort of skin. That is, that's something that I could imagine you'd probably want to know about. They definitely know a lot about that thing.
well, enjoy your time here. For now, we'll inform the others, meaning like the other workers, like Kokashi, blah 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 blah, that while you're here, you can run up the tab.
Good to know. Good to know. With that, you'll see as they begin to sort of step up. We'll start stretching for a bit. Another day of chaos. Let it rain. We'll begin to start heading towards the likes of the bar to get some food.
Alright, Gore, Zora will say to Gore, let's go meet everyone in the arena. Hopefully Hannibal's there so I can show them this move finally. Hi, well, let's go.
I will. They kind of just jump up, climb up to your shoulder, and they're good to go.
yep, Gore just the following.
All right. That we head over towards Agni. Is there anything that you'd be doing before heading to the likes of the, well, pretty much I guess anywhere?
I mean, if he has time, bro, there's more stuff to be done in the blacksmith.
Yeah, go for it. Waking up bright and early.
Yeah, another day, another weapon. But essentially, he wants to go there and now try to actually attach this rune to something else.
All right. So as you are doing so, begin to return back to the likes of your shop and more. You look over and be this whole thing. But you look over and eventually the rune is right where you left it. And as you're trying to place it to the weapon or place it upon the weapon that we mentioned. All right. I need a survival check for you. Or not survival check, a blacksmithing check.
I'm still just using survival until, cause I don't have anything that's a plus.
Yeah.
Oh, I could roll something else. I'll just roll persuasion because it's the same thing then. Is it? No, I'll just roll persuasion.
Nah.
I'm just at it.
Because it uses your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
So 22 plus another 4, gonna be 26. As you're able to do so, now hold on. There you go. Do you have? Let me go back to the enchanting stuff. Make sure you got all the things necessary, right, for that.
I was told so. If there's an actual item I needed, I am unaware. But I was told because I had the interaction with the greed guy with the runes, and I also had the interaction with the Voden blacksmith with the runes. So I was under the impression Agni had everything he did for rune crafted and enchanted.
Oh, okay. Actually, we actually didn't necessarily need to do the roll. My bad. I got that messed up. But there is one little thing, if I can find it. Oh wait, no, because this is a weapon specifically. Because so you are fine. You do have to expend some materials for it, but that is okay. And this is a Frostbrand rune. So let me make. I'm gonna add something to our little list of what we got so far for all the other runes. For like how many materials it would take. So.
Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I got it. All right. So we're gonna say for this, it is same sort of, or we're gonna make it this, and then we're gonna say rooms. All right. So it's going to cost you about 5 materials, 15 mana, and then 25 gold pieces. You sort of do this to make sure that you're able to move a little bit of the metal and kind of instill a socket for the rune to actually be placed, as well as to enchant it and activate the magical rune to make sure it is working and functioning. Besides that is what all it will cost. So 5 materials, 15 mana, and 25 gold. You can subtract all of that. Past that, you are good to go. The weapon has been crafted and it has been made.
Okay. Would I have enough time to do anything else before? Because I want to meet up at the arena as well. If not, that's fine.
Probably not, because it would have been an hour to make that sort of thing. So yeah, probably not, time-wise.
Okay. Laundry list of things to do. But yeah, he will leave that sort of just in the He'll leave that like in the blacksmith area. And then just like head out to the arena himself.
All right. And just to make sure, because I see everybody here, but Zaman, are you going to the arena or no?
Yeah, he's going to the arena with Musk and Stomp.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I was wondering because your token wasn't there. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab.
Before he goes, I don't need a map while you're doing this. He would stop and pass a letter to Keeper Raya. He gives her a letter, and the only thing Agni will say is, "If you can, could you make this happen? I'm interested if this is possible." And he gives her a letter. I'll DM that to you, but that's it.
All right. Got you. So, eventually, as you all begin to head over towards the likes of the arena and more. Boy, here we go.
Can we get Hannibal here, by the way?
Oh yeah, he's here. We're not using this map. We ain't using this map.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Oh, it's the Coliseum now, though, Sensei.
Yeah, it's the Coliseum. We're using that one. All right. So I'm just dragging everybody's tokens and such, and this is about to be something fierce.
I need Al up there too.
Al up there,
it's definitely training day again for him.
Bro, if you see the amount of tokens that are about to be lined up on this field, bro, something about to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well have Riles and Aetheria there too, you know.
All right. Hold up. My Foundry keeps crashing on the DM side. So I can't move the map. It's gonna be 2 seconds.
Take your time.
Powerful. The valley, the power in the valley, bro. Too much. 100 can't
That's
handle.
why we gotta reduce the maps.
Come on. All right, it's not even loading. What the fuck? Do another link. There we go. All right. Whenever I hear this soundtrack, man, I just think of that one moment in Ghost of Tsushima. Just going through the valley for the first time in the whole title sequence. Crazy. Alright, that is loading up right now. Hopefully it won't take too long. There it is. And then I can drag your tokens now. Loading. Yeah, there we go. Oof, this thing is chugging. All right, arena, activate. There we go. And I'm gonna be dragging a bunch of other tokens as well to get the Yurikage there. So you said, or actually, no.
Just Riles, because Inaki and Vash should be in the jungle somewhere.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Just Riles, and then you said Azalea. You got it.
Yeah. Just for the watch.
All right. God damn, you filling up the whole fucking screen.
So
And
I
if
have.
I'm missing anybody, let me know.
There's everybody on my behalf.
TikTok.
I'm good.
Yeah, I see my nickels.
All right. As this is said, you guys can move about in the likes of the arena wherever you wish, but start off with Zaman. You see as Musk and Stump, they're kind of gathering forth outside of the arena rather. But they're kind of like not necessarily confused on like why they're here. It's more so just curious on what's about to go down. They see as all the other Voden Knights are peering in more and just walking on in, and they're just more so curious rather than anything.
Copy. Zaman will say, I don't know. I can't remember time wise. It's probably been like a week, maybe 2, since the last time you talked to him. And he'll say, "You remember, I gave you both assignments. I gave you a scroll to learn, and I told you to harness your powers, because it comes from a strange source. Now it's time to put these to the test. Your friend Alep has been hard at work, has made significant progress. You cannot fall behind. Get into the arena. Show me what you got."
Oh, okay, sure. You'll see as Musk will begin to say. You'll see as they're kind of like Baymax begin to walk on in, sort of moving left and right and wobbling. You'll see as Stump, the quieter one, doesn't necessarily say anything, but they will nod and they will begin to walk on in.
Copy.
Oh, Riles could be in the stands too. Like he
Alright, cool.
he ain't getting his hands dirty.
Raul's looking at you crazy.
Or nah, he ain't about that life.
Could I get my token here, an Alep?
There we go. I was saying if I'm missing anybody, then let me know. I got you. And then let me get Agni as well, who's not here. Agni, there you go.
Yeah, you can put me, Alep, and Pywo in the corner.
All right, you got it. I'll just drag you over here.
Zora said to Pyro, "Agni is a great teacher. You'll learn a thing or two. As I'm sure you're well adept with fire. That one there knows how to work and mend hellfire."
Pywo. They'll look over and they kind of show a determined face, kind of flex.
Should not.
That see as Pyro begin to kind of do a little backflip and begin to start scampering over towards Agni. Howdy Dark and Gashir. You'll see as Gashir is beginning to walk over towards the arena, and they'll begin to look over and say, "I get to train with the Knights this time. Maybe soon, you know. Come on, Howdy Dark. Remember the thing that I talked about? The whole Voden Knight thing. Come on, you put a good word in for me."
Gashir, you've got a long way to go. But, that being said, I think I have an idea that might be able to help you accelerate. We'll talk more after the festival.
Oh, okay. That sounds ominous. Wait, hold on. I'll kind of whisper this. Wait. Am I going to be like a cool-ass werewolf like you? Am I going to be able to howl at the night?
You can howl at any moon you wish, but this is the birthright.
You see, it's their eyes. More so clarification. More so that he will be able to get it, or nah, it's only like, hey, you gotta be born with it.
No, you gotta be born with it. I mean, unless
Gotcha.
I'm completely wrong. I don't understand.
Actually,
I could. Am I full of shit? Feel free to tell me I'm full of shit.
actually, make a history check for me, Addy I will give you advantage due to you being the actual race and having a little bit of your memory from this portion. So that is true, but it's not the absolute. You would know that it is common amongst the werewolf tribes to be able to bestow lycanthropy to individuals. However, it is one of the highest honors you could ever give to somebody. Some people, like more so the bear tribe, they only give it to the likes of Goliath, other Goliaths and such, that they have proved themselves victorious or in some way, shape, or form. Others, like the air tribe, may only bestow the blessing of, like, let's say, this isn't all of them, but this is like some of them. They may only bestow the blessing of being a werebird or a werecrow or something crazy like that, just because. It is, regardless of how whichever route you go about it, you could in theory do it, but it's only to like the biggest person you would ever really trust, and you think that they deserve it. And only like werefolk would probably only bestow that blessing to like one or two people their entire lifetime, sometimes even to like their lovers, if like if they also want to be a werewolf and all that sort of stuff, right?
I got trust issues. This shit's a birthright. I'm just saying that.
There you go. But with that, Ishir will begin to look up, and they'll begin to start not jog into the arena, but they'll begin to walk kind of excited into the arena. And it's definitely, even just a little bit of a small thing like that, it's definitely a lot different compared to how Gashir was beforehand. Originally, he would try to make an excuse to try to leave the arena, but now he's walking in without you kind of having to even really tell him. It's not much growth, but it's definitely some growth that you would notice. And you can kind of put yourselves wherever you wish, and he will follow. All right. That.
I dead be forgetting to zoom out. You change maps.
All good. So, with that, we're gonna head over towards Hannibal, Azora, and Gore, and then we're gonna head over up to the likes. Actually, no. Let's do Cora first, and then we're gonna do Hannibal and Azora and Gore. All right, Cora. What would you be saying to Talia and Dugar?
But prior to them entering, Cora would ask Agni for the sword back so she can do her prayer.
Easy enough, Agni. You can just sort of hand it to her.
Yeah, Agni kind of takes it out. He admires it one last time, looking at his work, and kind of does a quick flip and hands the handle to Cora herself. Came out just fine. Should be good enough to use.
Well, with your skills and techniques, I'm sure it'll be a lot better than good enough. I appreciate it, Ags. And she doesn't grab it with her hands. And you just see it slowly leaving your hands and it's going towards her, and then you just see it rotating, so she's just admiring your craftsmanship, looking at the details and all that, looking at your hard work. And then it just goes to her side. And then
I see you've been practicing. Is that a bit of flexing you're doing, Cora?
Oh, no. But practice makes perfect. And in order for me to perfect this, I need to continue my practice. This is just the beginning.
Agni nods as he kind of chuckles a little.
And so at this point, Talia and Dugar, you could keep them there just for the sake, but they wouldn't be here at this point. And she will lay the sword down right here, and she would just get on her knees, and then she would just start her prayer to Auroraverse. And she would say, to the Most High Auroraverse, it's been quite some time, but I know as long as I'm still standing, breathing, and fighting, you're still with me. Your strength still guides me. I was able to unlock some abilities I once had, some psionic abilities. But that's enough about me, though. I found 2 other disciples, Talia and Dugar. I'll fought alongside one of them. Her name is Talia. She is strong and brave, and I believe she will lead our military in your honor and your name. When I look at her, I see no weaknesses, just like my fellow brothers and sisters, which she's referring to the Knights. For her strength, which helped lead us to victory, I had this weapon made for her by our leader Agni. I present this weapon to you, so you can add your blessings to it. You have another champion on your side. And she would say all this without them seeing it.
As we begin to do so, or make a this is a faith check +4 with advantage. We've been cleric. We're gonna see if anything special happens on top of that. Make a wisdom check with advantage.
Check with advantage.
23. Good stuff. As you begin to do so, you see as you have the weapon laid out, and it begins to almost become emblazoned with the likes of the symbol of victory. Iroas hears your call, they hear your prayer. They look down upon you and smile as they see the likes of their champion in the making, working alongside other worshippers of victory. As it is done so, feel a sort of warm feeling, a warm presence sort of surrounding you, similar to when you have talked to Iroas in the past. But at most, you begin to hear just a small phrase, and a powerful one, that you hear in your head.
Dear Cora, my devout champion, continue, stride forward. Continue to strike all of your foes down and lead the charge as there is strength and unity. You have done well, and I hope to see that you will continue to do so. Carry on. May your light shine.
See as the voice begins to fade.
And she looks up with a smile and nods, and then she tucks the sword away so that Talia can't see it.
Enough. That. Eventually they will begin to arrive, unless you want to let everybody else do their thing before they do.
It doesn't matter now. We can get a pop in whatever.
Gotcha.
We doing.
Roll D4. I'll go from there. I'll see this. Alrighty, here's what we'll do. So we're going to go down the list. So we're going to go to Azora and Gore and Hannibal. They're going to be first. Then we're going to go to Zaman. It's going to be second. Go to actually, I want to make sure I got this right. Actually, no. It would be Agni and Alup second. Then it would be Zaman third, and then it would be Adidark and Gashir fourth, and Cora fifth. All right. So Azora, Hannibal, and Gore, what is happening over here? If you'd be saying anything first.
I just realized something. I have no weapon. My other weapon got dismantled, and Agni kept the other one.
I fight with them hands.
Hannibal's gonna notice this, and
we're in the arena. There's practice weapons.
Oh no! Oh no! They're going to, but first they will say this. They have something. Azora, where's your weapon?
She'll say, the sword of ice I had, well, that is being dismantled as we have created a new weapon, an infernal arm, one that could deal mortal blow to those of the eclipse, such as the astral hooded figure. And however, that sword is getting its final touches on it, and it'll be ready by the festival.
Well, you can train, or you can't train without a sword or a weapon of the sorts. And as you're kind of looking over for like, okay, what am I gonna do? Maybe even looking over towards a couple of the practice weapons of the sorts. No. You'll see and you'll see as Hannibal begins to take out the likes of their blade. Still sheathed. You said you had a weapon? Or you said you had a technique you wanted to show?
Yes.
Well, then show it, and they will hand you the likes of their weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna click on the frost. My thing for now. But yeah. She'll say.
One thing that you would notice, though, Oculi, you would see as strange additions to it. Now, you've seen Hannibal, and there is the element of lightning onto it, for sure. You also see as there are two other elements added to it as well, in the likes of the scabbard. See as there is fire and ice also engraved into it.
Yeah, she'll hold the blade and look at it and say, "This is a magnificent weapon. I hope your student can do it justice. Once this portion of my training is over, I thought perhaps you would take a bit more time to show Gore some of the ways like before."
Oh, I have plans for
Gore was definitely going to try to do the swing he taught him with all his rusty memory.
Don't worry, I have something for you, Gore. And on the note of the blade, the latest bit of inspiration was from my student and their war chief. It shall suffice for now. With that said, who would like to begin first? You, Azora, or you, Gore?
Zora said, let me begin. It is time I finally show you this move."
What do you, or describe what you were doing, Azora?
She's going to, actually, she's gonna ask Gore to like fly up and throw something, and then she's gonna do the ice attack at it.
All right.
No, if that's what she wants. He hovers higher than his default 10 feet above ground, and leans back and throws the axe.
As you do, you're gonna throw the axe, and as it's sort of flowing, more so just describe what this kind of looks like, Kane. That's it.
So yeah. So you see her, wait there for a moment, letting it keep swirl up and up and up until it reaches its max velocity, and she notices with her oculi sight that the velocity is starting to drop as gravity's starting to take effect. And she just in that moment, she takes her hand to grab on the blade, and just one single swipe, like just faster than we're all trained warriors here, but someone like Stump or Riles may not have seen as it comes out of the sheath.
As you do, begin to freeze it over for a moment. The axe stopping it into place. Begin to remember the bits of your first training. First, freezing over the likes of the waterfall, then freezing over the rain, combining force, precision. Or you notice as the axe begins to freeze over, and as it does so, the eye begins to just shine out left and right, more so expecting battle or danger for a moment, before shink, into sheathe the likes of the blade, it shatters to oblivion. The weapon still very much intact, the ice around it floating. As the little bits of sparks begin to drop down to the ground, almost forming like snowflakes, you'll see as Hannibal begins to just let off a smirk. Or he can't sort of help but turn it into a chuckle and a smile. Well, the waterfall isn't that hard for you anymore, is it?
She will say, it has been a long time, but I want to make sure I had this move down packed before I showed you again. It was the least I could do for you, showing me the mini lessons and taking the time out to teach me and go.
You have done oh so well, Azora. Making me proud. I'll look up towards it, and eventually, as I'll kind of catch one of the sort of snowflakes. This is magnificent. However, you have learned the first portion of the likes of this move. Although this is essential, this, my friend, this will be essential. The Coyote's defeat. Be able to strike them without them even knowing they've been struck. However, why stop at one enemy when you can debilitate multiple time? That would be the ability that I attempted. Final judgment of the heavens, but that ability, that technique is very much dangerous, and I haven't even fully perfected it, as you know.
Well, that is something I will certainly return to learn post the post the tournaments in some time, probably once the war settles with the job. But I look forward to completing and continuing my training, Master. Sensei. So those Azalea for a second. Sensei.
We'll see as they nod. Or they begin to look over towards Gore. Alright, Gore. So, I have something for you specifically. When it comes to the actually a couple of things in particular. Now, when it comes to the likes of this, have you started using the brand of castigation at all?
Gore thinking about it.
Yes. We had to make sure.
There was castigation. Yeah, I definitely did that. Yep, he definitely did that. Just making sure. Yep, he definitely did. So the answer is yes. I can save you that, RP.
Let's say, Oh, it seems to be I do not need to teach you that anymore. That is fine. And this blood curse of bloated agony. I taught you this as well, have I not?
Not the bloated agony. Your boy checking his things. That curse of the mark is just sitting there mocking me. Castigation, eyeless right now.
Very well. Now, we can choose to go about this one of two ways, as we only have limited time, but we can always train again. Would you rather focus on something more so defensively, or rather something more offensively? Now, I know what you're going to say. Of course, Rush, I want to go offensively, but let me explain. The blood curse of the
Gore was technically going to say the defensive one because he wants to protect the little ones, because clearly he's been crushing pretty good lately.
Fair enough.
So Gore interrupted him almost while he took it to catch him off guard.
No. Gore needs to protect the little ones better. Observant one. It may be time to change the game.
He'll look at Zora, then look at you. Rest of Zora, and now go over the meadows. I'll begin to say, and, well, the blood curse of the bloated agony. This might prove useful, especially from what I heard when it came to the likes of your fight with the Hydra. An individual who possesses multiple attacks, they might be punished, more so with this ability. Essentially, you infect the likes of their blood, almost restraining and restricting it, causing every bit of extra movement of theirs to hurt and tear them at the seams. This is, though defensive, it can also it has offensive components. There may be enemies, especially amongst the dynasty. You remember that day, the red-haired ones, the twins.
Go, members.
The man. That one in particular, they fight like Azora. Studying the likes of the blade and more. Multiple rapid strikes at once. This is something that you could use against them. If it ever did come to the fact that you would have to fight them. Oh. Are you ready to learn, then?
Teach me, observant one. That one's quarry is Azora's, is the quick one's. But if she needs help, Gaul will be there.
She'll say, I only have beef with the coyote. The twins, that could be anyone's.
Those would be the wolves, specifically.
Oh, gotcha. Copy. All right. Well, that's cool with me.
Very well. So, begin to wield the likes of your blood magic, and let's begin. As you do, we'll see as Hannah will begin to start teaching you the motions, begin to start helping enhancing the likes of your blood magic. Come back to that in a minute, because we're going to go to the next group. We're going to head over towards Agni and all the fire individuals.
There we go. Yeah, so he would have them sort of like lined up in the corner over here. And if possible, before he does that, he would just ask Cora or Talia. Training might get a little hot. Your healing capabilities might be needed in case anyone passes out from exhaustion.
Cora would look at Agni and nod, and then she will tell Talia and Dugar to continue training as she sits and watches for any.
Because Cora saw what happened last time, so
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure she's well aware of Agni's techniques. So he will have Pyro and Alep line up, and before he does, he will also cast tongues on Pyro, and he would say, Pyro, this is going to be training for you and Alep. I think you're going to do just fine.
If in chat, you can join on in if you want. I mean, but in the meantime,
Cora would,
go ahead.
Cora would cast bless on Alep and Pyro.
Gotcha.
Just out of curiosity, is Addy and Gashir actually here, or are they doing their own thing? I'm not sure if they were going to do something here.
Oh, I'm definitely here.
Okay.
I'm definitely here. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I was letting you go.
Oh, go for it. Before I get started. Addy?
Oh wait, sorry, that was for me. My bad.
I was I was asking if you want to say something before.
Yeah, I would look to Agni and I'd say, Hellfire sounds interesting. If any of them are strong enough, perhaps we can try a combination move like we do on the battlefield.
This is Alep's second official lesson. Today was going to be a bit on the defensive side. But who knows? Maybe they'll shine bright enough to surprise us.
Let's see what they got. Because I know hellfire. I sure do from you, Agni.
Sure, you're welcome to stand in line if you'd like.
Make a persuasion check with the disadvantage because it's Gashir. And he is terrified of you, bro.
Oh, that's shift, I think.
Control, so one more time.
Whatever, I'll just do one more. 14.
14 against the Noxious Blade. All right. Will he be convinced? Let's find out.
It don't matter if he does or doesn't.
He looks over and he's like, I mean, nah, you got the whole fire thing and everything. I don't know.
What do you roll? You rolled a 7?
7, yeah.
Jeez, man.
We'll do it, but only if you say
You know what? You know what, Agni? Perhaps this lesson could be good for everyone. Gashir still needs to be quick on his feet. He tended to overslept this morning. Today's lesson's all about agility, acrobatics. Perhaps your students can use him as a target, and he must dodge.
Oh, don't worry. They'll be dodging, all right. Gashir, get in line, next to Alep. Now.
Okay, yes, sir. Sure, we'll step in line.
Yeah, so as he does that, Agni will sort of approach. Today, Alep, do you remember what I told you to work on? I don't know if you remember Sensei or not.
It's more so. Jog my memory.
Basically, abjuration magic.
Abjuration magic. Yeah. You'll see it.
So,
Will say, yes, I do, and they'll nod.
Good, because before you kind of fought for your life, you lived and grew stronger because of it. Today, we're going to be working on defending against magic, learning to avoid it if possible. Gashir, you've seen magic tossed at you many times, and Alep, you can wield magic. But if you cannot survive an enemy, then there's no use of you being on the battlefield. And as Agni instantly approaches here, he lets out an immediate Agni Scorcher without saying anything at all.
Alright, there's gonna be some dexterity saving throws. Oh my god.
But as Agni does this, he wields the magic slightly different. Because this is his first initial burst. Ooh, that's a terrible roll. He actually does this for the first time for practice for himself as a careful spell. So the magic actually zips in between each of them, enough to singe them, to get them on their toes, and not hit them directly. So all of them will actually pass the save, but this is just to sort of get them warmed up.
As you do, Alep will be they're kind of like don't really see Gashir, and they're like, wait, what's going on? Move fast! And they'll immediately just get hit with the likes of the flame and fire, taking the brunt of it. Gashir just looks over, is not even paying attention before almost he kind of accidentally steps off to the side before eventually just catching him all the way over. Pyro, however, they're kind of getting, they don't really take too much of the damage, it's more so as it begins to burn a bit of their feet, they kind of just jump off left to right, almost playing hopscotch even. They could have warned us, holy shit!
I'm sorry, I didn't know the enemy would warn you before they attack. But look at you. You lived. You dodged a bit of the ability. Not fully. It was mostly my own doing. The next time won't be so forgiven, let's just say. Now, Alep, why did you not dodge in time?
Oh, there's a big-ass mushroom kind of in front of me now. I didn't see it.
as he says this, he's gonna let out a fireball right at Alep.
Firebolt. All right.
Yeah.
Cast a spell. 16. They're casting shield. As this happens, you'll see as they begin to look over. Oh shoot! They begin to start conjuring the bit of arcane magic and more before eventually the hell flame that they conjure begins to slowly consume yours.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'd like to see. Can you do the same thing this year?
But you think I gave this man an actually useful spell? To look over.
Oh no, I didn't mean that literally at all.
Oh, I know. Gashir will look
what
over
is he
and
about
say,
to cast, bro? I was like, what?
you'll see Gashir will look over and say, nah, that's not really my thing. I mean, the notch is lit. I mean, fire, no. Poison, maybe, but nah.
Well, he gets a fireball as well.
14 to hit.
Misses him.
All right. Addy Dark, do you say anything as he gets hit by the fireball?
I was gonna say something after. I was gonna say after he gets it.
Yeah, after he gets. Do you say anything to him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What is he? He doesn't. He ain't gonna roll an acrobatics check or nothing. He ain't trying to dodge it. Damn.
Agni's specifically doing it while he's talking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Let that shit hit. Let it soak in a little bit. I'll be over. Don't worry.
It just strikes him into the face. What do you say, Addy Dark? He's like, oh, fuck.
He'll go over to Gashir, which I think I need to move over. Gashir. One firebolt? You know how many of these hellfires I've taken from the back on the battlefield for Agni? To just slay more ads in the process? There was a wise werefolk once, by the name of Hobie Wyant. He always focused. A very, very wise weresnake. He showed me the ways of being very nimble and flexible with his acrobatics. The key is, not only in the hips, but to always be on your toes.
We'll look down at the little mushroom stumps. Kind of like try to lean forward, but they're kind of flat. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm built for that sort of thing. I don't really have toes.
Gashir, can you turn your hands in the stumps out of curiosity?
Technically, yes. Yeah, technically. Yeah, I can.
He'll, Addy Dark would, do a cartwheel. He says, look, just put your hands in the ground and move like this. And you do a cartwheel. And tell him, try that for dodging.
16. Surprisingly enough, Gashir will begin to just... Come on. Try a little bit. Fail. Fall down. All right. One more time. Come on. There we go. Here, Alep, help me. No. Alep, help. No. Alep. Fine. Alep will kind of hold him up for a little bit. And then eventually just sort of let him be.
Damn, bro. This dude can't cartwheel with a 16? Shit.
This is Gashir we're talking about.
Damn, this man's hella... What is up with this dude?
A lot of things.
Yo.
But he's holding up the cartwheel right now. He's looking over like, I'm doing it. But how long do I? Fuck. He's gonna just root himself into the ground. Now, blood is rushing to my head again.
He'll look at... oh, wait, that's a headstand. Not a cart. Is he like halfway through like a cart? Wait, what?
He's doing oh, do you want him? Oh, yeah, he's doing a handstand. You want him to just do a cartwell?
Oh, yeah. It was a cartwheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. We'll finish up with a little cartwheel.
Okay, I was like, bro, what is he doing right now? I was like, yo, I gave him like the simplest gymnastics move I could think of, bro.
It's definitely one of those cartwheels. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. It basically it's like a rainbow just going a little bit over, but like his feet don't even go really above his head.
Oh, that's bad. He'd at that time Addy Dark would give Agni a gesture that he would know that basically says continue.
Yeah, he would nod and he'd come over to Pyro and he would say, I believe the best defense for you is fighting fire with fire, literally. And he's going to get ready to cast a firebolt at him, and he wants Pyro to match his firebolt and try to beat it.
All right, as you do, be like a miniature clash. Cast the ability. We need to hit 7 points of damage, or remove the damage, but he's going to cast it at you and try to do some damage as well. Actually, he's going to cast it on himself so the damage goes through. 4 points. It seems to be kind of similar to how all of Pyro's abilities have been. It's definitely not really accurate, but the damage it's commendable. It strikes into one of the test dummies as it begins to engulf them into flames, burning and incinerating them. Pyro!
Not bad at all. In fact, I would say it's quite good. Now, let's get into something a little bit harder. As Agni's going to summon a fiery sphere in his hand, and as he closes his hand, the sphere ends up right on the ground here, as he is going to cast Flame and Sphere to start running it into them to start trying to dodge this.
As you do, the flaming sphere begins to erupt into flames before they start striking into each and every one of the individuals.
He wants to do this in a way that they all see it coming, so they have advantage on the save, but they're all getting repeated deck saves, essentially.
All right, we'll do just one for all the saves, and we'll go from there. 13 from Pywo, from Alep. Ugh. Oh,
Ew,
no.
That's definitely a
Oh, no. Double net ones with advantage. That's when the life says, fuck you in particular. All right, Gashir, it's going to make that deck save. And they're getting a 9 as well.
Can I give Alep my inspo?
Sure thing. They will take that inspo. If they roll another one, then it's meant to be. All right, 15. A lot better. God damn. So, Alep is probably the best one, is they're able to kind of dodge for the most part. They're still getting struck by it left and right over and over and over again. Pywo is also, they're more so having trouble dodging it because it is almost twice their size. Ishir is more so not as nimble on their feet. They're more of, they're just not really that nimble in general. But that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah. So as Agni's doing this, he is kind of just moving this thing back and forth, trying to get them to understand about dodging the attacks as best as possible. And then there's one more thing Agni would do, but we can either hold off on that as it's like the final thing and go to someone else, or I can just do it now.
How long is it gonna take? More than 5 minutes?
No, probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, we can just knock it out.
Okay. So after a while, he disperses the flaming sphere, and he asks Talia to come over to treat their wounds as they have one final test in front of them.
It would be Korra because they're fighting.
Oh yeah. That's cool. To heal them all up, and you see as Agni kind of says, "So, the final lesson for today, dealing with a large AOE."
Oh no.
it has to happen.
Gashir's gonna look over. Hold on, I'm not gonna make an intelligence check. Wait. Agni, what are you about to do?
If you run, it's going to be worse.
They're gonna really consider running for a second.
So after, we could just say after they get healed up, he's going to look at Alep and he's going to mention, I suggest you use that new spell you've been working on. As Agni immediately flies up and casts Fireball on all of them.
As you're kind of doing this, Zaman, Kor, or Gore, Azora, you just all see is just an explosion begins to erupt over to the side. Everybody is looking at Agni like he is crazy for a moment. And cast Fireball on him. Oh my god.
He, again, is also doing this because this is the first day of doing this as a careful spell.
Alright. It don't matter. That's
He's not trying to kill them. Yeah, he thought, well, I mean, if they pass the save, it reduces it again. And I was hoping with the absorb elements, it would also, I think, yeah, absorb elements would, that would pass. He would be
16.
alive.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna cast absorb elements. That's gonna be, oh wait, with the bless, yeah, bless will save for Alep. So they're gonna take 14 points of damage, and then they're gonna take 7 points of damage instead. They will be alive with 2 HP and a dream, as they will stand tall. Gashir is gonna have that 15, and they're going to take that. But something else is gonna happen, which we'll see in a minute. Pywo, yeah, Pywo's getting.
I have no idea how much HP he has.
Bro,
I
he has
have no
10.
idea.
He has 10.
Should have passed.
He'll take 14 points of damage. Yeah, he ain't do. Yeah, wait, hold on. 14 minus.
How can we do for Pyro?
Actually,
He just good.
Actually, no. Pyro passes. He's alive. He will take 14 points of damage and then 7 points of damage because no, it's not the bless. It's because he has resistance to fire, like Zappy has resistance to lightning. So he'll take 7 HP or 7 damage, and he will be alive with 2 HP and a dream. Looking over
Wait, so
at
is everyone alive?
Well, Gashir is not, but here's what will happen.
You see Azor hitting this scene, Pyro alive.
Go look over, and Gashir will. You see as the fire begins to take them as they get ready to just start getting or almost running away for a moment. And they drop to the ground. Fuck. I'm tired of this bullshit. Every fucking time. If it's not getting thrown, if it's not getting fireballed, fuck. They're gonna cast Hellish Rebuke on you, Agni.
Oh, I like this energy.
Gumption. Love to see the gumption.
I like this energy just to counterspell him.
All right, oh, they're gonna cast it. They're gonna do this is the fuck you spell. All right, Hellish Rebuke at you. All right, are you counterspelling it?
No, this is a funnier narrative.
All right, make a dexterity save and throw. 13? Does that beat their? Nah, they got a DC of 10. God damn. Unless you just want to fail anyways. This is up to you as a player.
Agni would somewhat hold it in his hand, but as he's like holding it in his hand as his dex save, he realizes it's actually doing a little bit of damage to him as he kind of crushes out the flame from the Hellish Rebuke. Agni didn't like that. Wait, Gashir's knocked out though, right?
Oh yeah, he's knocked out, bro. He's gone. It's just like.
Oh, okay.
And this passes out.
He gets to avoid the wrath of Agni, but that's fine.
Oh man, he is sleep. All right, so while
he didn't have 14 HP from full HP.
He failed the saving throw. He didn't have bless, so he took 28 points of damage.
No, it was a careful spell on purpose.
Oh, okay. So he'll take 14 instead. And
yeah, I was like, there's no way.
All right, yeah, he'll be up, but he's still on the ground.
He could.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So then after that, just to wrap up, Agni would look at Pywo and look at Alep and says, "You guys more or less passed training for today. Next time, I won't hold back on my spells. However, all of you are still alive. You've taken a fireball, a scorcher, and have survived the flaming sphere. Good job with your training for today. I take it you all should rest, because, as I mentioned, next time it won't be as easy, and your enemies will not hold back. You're all dismissed for today."
whoa. Let's see as he kind of salutes.
Yeah, he has tongues on, so Pyro can still talk if he
Oh.
wanted to.
He'll probably just say, right on. Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of a little bit more excited. Even though he's at fucking like 2 HP, he is still ready and happy to be here more so than anything.
Before Alep leaves, Cora will tap Alep on the shoulder. I assume Agni's walking away.
Agni is probably like picking up his weapon as he's kind of dismissed them and getting ready to head off himself.
Okay, so if his back is turned, Cora would put her hand on Alep's shoulder and said, she'll tell him, once again, I see improvement. Keep up the good work. And this is because Cora was there the first time he was training.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, she wants him to acknowledge him that, she sees improvement.
Yeah. Kind of, Alep will definitely sort of nod and kind of, definitely sort of thank you. It's more of like looking up to Cora as like a little big sister, helping him out. Like after like, okay, Agni done roughed you up. Hey, yo, I appreciate you for looking out and noticing something. Kind of like that.
And that'll be all.
All right. With that, well, that's sort of all going down. Addy Dark, is there anything last you say before we go to Zaman?
No, I would, I'd look at Agni and I'd say, to appreciate you allowing Gashir to hop in this lesson. I know he has much to learn before he is true knight. But I think having one of these mushrooms working with Trog on scouting missions may help the recruitment effort.
Surprisingly, Gashir, and don't tell him I said this, isn't completely useless. He has resilience, to say the least. To get up and do this multiple times a day. It's almost impressive. Will he get any better? Who knows?
Ah, yes, you don't have to worry about me telling him. In the Werefolk philosophies, it's always about beating them down. Then you lift them up. He hasn't been beat down yet.
It was nice to see a little bit of fight in him. For once. Maybe there's a fighter in him. And if there is, I trust you to bring it out.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Agni nods, and he heads out.
That, as you all do, head over towards the legs of Zaman, Mush, and Stump. What are you kind of doing over here, Zaman?
Copy. Zaman would say, now, teach me what you have learned. Channel your powers. I want you to each attack one of these posts.
I'll see as Mush will begin to say, okay. And he'll walk over. And you'll see as Stump doesn't necessarily say anything, but he'll get ready to just start conjuring a bit of arcane magic. Musk, on the other hand, will begin to start speaking and saying, hey, the guy in the sky, I kind of need a little bit of that magic right now. Help me out a little bit? I mean, I made the sandcastle for you, so hopefully it'll be, this is all right. All right, cool. And as he begins to do so, you see as he begins to conjure up a bit of the energy for a moment before just sends forth an Eldritch Blast over towards this. All right. Plus 2, or proficient, plus 4. Ooh, not bad. Musk with a 19 over there, striking over towards the Eldritch Blast. Strikes a bit and chips a bit of the wood and more. Stump is going to do the same thing. We're going to cast an Eldritch Blast. And they're going to spend it flying. Same sort of thing. 13. Not bad. They would hit a stationary target, but as they sort of do, it's more of a more precise strike rather than an explosive one like Musk.
Copy. Zaman will say, Excellent. Now it's time to try to hit the wheel targets. You see those two in the corner? He'll point over to Dugar and Talia. I want you to blast both of them.
Are you sure? They seem to be in training and such. We
Hit
wouldn't
like
want.
stutter.
Oh, okay. They'll look over towards Stump, then they'll kind of be like, "This is something." The Stump will just kind of nod, and then as they do, we'll begin to start pointing, and then tap them on the sort of shoulder. All right. These both of them will try to strike. Mush Musk is going to try to hit Tali. Stump is going to try to hit Dugar. All right, first things first. We'll handle Mush. 16 to hit. That will hit Tali, I'm pretty sure. And actually, no, it will not. You'll begin to see it sort of coming off to the side. And as she looks over, corner of her eye, just raises up the shield, slams into it. Now for Dugar, here's what's going to happen for this. I need to roll two things. 16, I think that misses anyways. No, it will hit. Dugar will look over, and as they do, you'll see as they begin to look over left side, and then they just catch the likes of the Ultra's blast before eventually sort of tossing it over towards the side and having it strike into the wall. Look over.
As they're,
go ahead.
But as they have their backs turned to Zaman, Zaman is going to hit both of them in the back with Ultra's blast.
God damn. As you do, roll attack rolls towards them.
Pete?
You guys gonna look over at Cora and kind of being like, "Hey, what's up with that?" God damn.
Who does the 15 hit?
15 hitting the likes of Mush Musk, and then 18 hitting Stump. Yeah, they are both hit by that. I don't know why they took 10 points of damage. One taking 14. Yeah, Mush Musk is fucking gone. They are barely level 1 at that. They will get struck by the likes of the Gold Rush, and they will crash like a fucking mountain from that one. The 8 Stump. What's this on?
Yo, that's crazy.
He is also down for the count. You'll see as he just. Oh, actually, hold on. No, never mind. I got that wrong. You'll see as with the 8, he is barely up, but he is heaving at best.
Zaman will walk over.
These Voden Knight trainings. Whew.
He'll walk over and he'll see that Stump clearly wasn't expecting it, and Mush took it. Stump took it a little bit better than Mush. He'll look at Car. He said, "Car, you mind getting this one up?" Stump, why'd you turn your back to me?
I actually no, they won't speak. They'll look over and they'll kind of shrug.
When you're in combat, you should turn your back to no one. Be completely aware of your surroundings. You see, just as you can hit someone in their backs, you can get hit in your back. Now, and he'll look over to Kara. He said, "Kara, time for your people to deal with some range training. Let's see if they can get close to Must and Stump before taking multiple hits." Zaman back up. He'll say, "Do it again."
All right. Do you want them to be this far, or you want them to be a little further away?
Yeah, they can back up near where Zaman is, and he's gonna have them continue to blast Dugar and Talia.
Before you do that, so what is she telling Dugar and Talia?
They're pretty much trying to get in close to. Pretty much, he's hoping them train against ranged combatants.
Okay.
And while training Stump and Mush to fight melee combatants.
Cora will go up to Dugar and Talia and say, "We're gonna take a break from you two training for a bit, but those two down there are also training. They're gonna try to target you and try to hit you. Keep your eyes open." and
All right.
she lets.
Well, let's see what we got here. This will be a piece of cake for me. Let's see what they got. Tyler, you want to go first, or? Nah, you can go. Might as well get this over with. Let's see as Dugar will begin to nod, begin to crack their knuckles for a moment, and as they get into sort of a runner stance, they will begin to just take off with breakneck speed. A gust of wind begins to form past you, and Mush Musk is going to send an Eldritch Blast towards them. It's going to be 2 attack rolls. 17 and a 4. 17 will hit. They'll roll a d10. 3. As they do so, you'll see as they begin to just sort of jump over and doing a sort of almost like a gainer over the first bolt, they begin to catch the second one before eventually getting ready to sort of toss it off to the side. As they do, hold on, roll for it. I mean, they kind of can't really miss with the deflect missiles. Yeah, 15. They were able to resist it and sort of toss it off to the side. As they do, they continue on. That is their 25 feet. They have a little bit more. Wait. Almost within a blink of an eye, they're already to the first bit of the, or past the arena before they begin to start channeling all of the ki around them before they eventually continue on. They're gonna use Step of the Wind, and they are already there before they just reach over and tag them. Gonna have to be quicker than that one. I'm at full speed.
And you just see Cora just clapping at Dugar.
They'll look over and Tali will say, all right, show off. Who needs to sort of dodge? We'll see if I can sort of deal with this my way. And you'll see as Tali will not necessarily try to be fast with it. Instead, she's just gonna literally put up the shield and she's just gonna take the dodge action and just walk over towards them. All right.
As Talia starts to walk, you'll see Zaman say, let's give her a little bit of a challenge. And he'll hand each stump and Mush a berry to try to enhance their abilities.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say, yo, start throwing mana crystals at them.
Nah.
We're not doing that. Have them channel that to try to blast Talia.
Oh man, I'm like, god damn.
Bro, you can kill your NPCs. Leave mine alone.
Goodness gracious. With that, all right, as you do, you crush the they'll crush the likes of the mana crystal and more. And they'll begin to start sending forth multiple Eldritch Blast strikes left and right. Gonna be 2 for Mush. They are missing. Second one's for Mush. 14 plus 4, and actually they have to take the disadvantage. That will miss. Third and final one. Natural 20 and a natural 1. She's dodging. She'll take. They'll take the natural 1. You'll see as Tali just keeps, or the Eldritch Blast keeps striking the likes of the shield and more. And for this, we'll roll for all of stumps. 3 and a 6. That one will miss. 13 or 17 will miss. 3 plus 4, 7 will miss. You'll see as Tali just begins to take each and every one of them almost like a dreadnought before eventually making her way all the way to the likes of Mush. Or excuse me, yeah, Mush Musk, or tapping him and sort of bashing him a little bit with the legs of the shield. Gonna have to put a little bit more force on that one.
And then you see Cora just clapping at Talia.
That. We'll see as I look over and say, they're too difficult to hit.
All of your attacks were straightforward. If you both would have attacked her in sync, you might have been able to do something. Why didn't you go for the legs, the ears, the eyes? Why attack her directly, point to blank? Use whatever tactics you need to win, by any means necessary.
Okay. I see as Tali begins to start turning around and Dugar turns around. Mush Musk is gonna shoot one of them in the back.
Learning well. That's what I like to see.
It hits Tali as it just strikes her directly in the back of the head. She takes a total of 6 points of damage. She's fine. She's like, ow! What the fuck?
Zamana pat him on the back. Now, see, you're learning.
Bond says, "Don't turn back around in battle." Kind of flicks him off before, yeah, and then just begins to continue walking. She'll like lay on hands and then heal herself back up. You know, they're kind of right. Probably shouldn't turn your back around, even if you got all that armor and such. Dang, I don't want to hear it from you. Kind of just sort of punch him in the shoulder and then continue on in a joking manner.
Copy. Zamana tells them, now, the both of you, continue to train, to continue to practice with each other. Not only in combat, but outside of combat. You should learn the art of deception. You should learn the art of getting what you want by any means. You perfect this, not only would you be formidable in combat, but formidable in life.
But Stump will kind of look over, and Mush will kind of translate for Stump. Stump says, "Is it okay to lie? Or even this? That doesn't seem fair." That's what they're saying. I don't really care.
Do you want to live? Do you want to win?
Just Stump nods.
Then there is no such thing as fair. All you must do is what you must to get the victory, to get the dub. Lie, cheat, steal.
Eddie Guerrero's theme starts playing. Oh man. You'll see his Stumble look over and just make a persuasion check to them. This is more so to see what their arc will be.
Come on. There gotta be some advantage on that,
Mush, you don't gotta convince Mush. That's the thing. But Stump, you might gotta convince him a little bit.
You'll see Zaman. He'll cast guidance on himself.
All right.
He's talking to him.
You know, he continues on and guides your fucking persuasion check. 18. With that, Stump will get the bigger picture, and they're not necessarily gonna fight you on it for the future. They'll get the idea. They can't really argue with results. They can't argue with results. Got that. Is there anything else for your training? Oh, good.
No, that's good on training. He'll just see during all their training. Could he tell where their powers are coming from? Now that he's a warlock, he probably understands they have some type of patron.
Yeah, this individual, you can't really read Stump, but Mush is. They were praying or talking to somebody. At first, you thought there was something else, or like a wild magic sorcerer or something, but nah, they seem to either be like a paladin, a cleric, or a warlock. But given the fact that they were casting Eldritch Blast, yeah, they're definitely leaning towards warlock. But you don't know if that's all that they wield, or if there's something else. But for right now, warlock is definitely confirmed.
Copy.
Also, the last sort of thing, make a Arcana check for when they were casting their blasts. Well, that's fine. You looking at it, what you would notice is that the magic didn't really look like anything. It was almost kind of invisible. More just like force itself. And you've seen this before with one of your companions, Cora. It was more of like psychic energy or psionic energy rather than anything, which was striking them.
Copy. And that was Mush, or is it Stone? Both of them? Psychic energy. Copy.
All right. So that's the case. We head over towards the likes of Cora, Natalia, and Dugar.
Alright. And then after this, we're going to head to the war room, just giving that up.
All right.
I believe
Just to
we're
make sure
gonna
that we
show
have enough or time for that, then we'll probably chalk it up. Try to finish this in like 5 to 7, maybe 10 minutes at most, and then we'll get you guys a little time to get the war room stuff done.
Gotcha. Yes, that's easy. So Korra will go to Talia and Dugar, and I don't think Dugar was there during the Fables thing, but she will say that earlier we did a little training session, Talia and I, about finding strength on the battlefield, and it's not always about attacking, but also finding the strength to not get hit. So in this training, I want you both to attack me. I want to see what your strength is. So she steps back and she wants them to strike her.
All right, you want both of them? Make sure.
Yep.
All right. Tali is going to reach over, and as they do, they grab the likes of their scimitar, and they're gonna rush over and strike them as much as they can. Now you're letting them hit you, right? Or no? You're trying to actively dodge.
Like she's gonna dodge, but like not like she just wants to see like their form, and if they're able to hit her.
So I will say then they will just make a straight roll. Guitar attack?
Yeah, like a straight roll.
26 to hit, and you said as hard as they can?
That's good.
All right, they're dropping. I mean, if you want as hard as they can, Tyler's dropping a 2nd level Divine Smite on you.
No, that's
okay.
good.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm just making sure.
Please.
She just wants to attack, nothing special.
All right, gotcha. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking Paladin will smite. All right. Dugar is going to rush over, and they're going to, and you see as Talia's form is more of like with a bit of malice and using anger. Dugar is more of it's more refined. It's more so not wasting any sort of extra movements on anything. But they will strike and hope for the best. I'll be a 20 to hit. Decent, but not able to get through your armor.
Yep. And as he tries to...
They're gonna use their key feature. They're gonna add a couple of key points. So as they kind of strike you, you see as they kind of have their hands forth, and it's kind of like in a one-inch punch motion before they strike you, and they're able to make it the DC.
Okay. And then after taking both hits, she'll just say one more time, both of you, hit me.
Fair enough. I will strike. Ooh, that's not good. Dugar will strike forth and is able to put a little bit more oomph into the strike. Tali begins to sort of trip up for a moment, and as they do, you see as their scimitar begins to almost slide out of their hand for a moment, and as they strike, they just barely are able to slash at your sort of knees.
And then she'll say again, both of you.
All right. Dugar will try to strike, but not able to sort of pierce the legs of this one. They'll try to kick you this time, but not able to make purchase. I will strike with a scimitar, and they're not able to get through the likes of the armor.
So as you see Talia swing, she used her psionic abilities to move the blade away from her. And at the same time, when she sees Dugar coming with the little jab, she uses her psionic ability to move his hand away from her also. So she's basically, she's not dodging, but she's deflecting the attacks without deflecting the attacks. So she looks at both of them and she says, you guys are not focused. You guys started out pretty good, but I'm seeing the lack of focus right now. Fight together as one and not solo. Fight as a group. Try again.
You'll see as Dugar will begin to look over towards Tali.
And this is with advantage now. For both of them.
They're gonna look over. High and low. High and low. They're gonna, you'll see as Tali begins to just swarm over past you for a moment, and as they kind of do, they shove into you, Korra, before getting ready to slash, before Dugar just jumps up and does a jumping roundhouse kick towards you, Korra. All right. One's high and one is low. 16 from Tali. It's not gonna be able to hit. But for Dugar, let's see. 20. They try to strike almost in unison, but it's not, or it seems to be that their timing is off. They're not able to do it and pull off the maneuver.
And as she ran by Talia as Cora, she ran by Cora. Cora kept her eye on her, and as she swung, she once again she waited till the blade got super close as if it was gonna hit her, and all you see is the blade just stop, and for some reason it would not touch her. And same thing with Dugar. Like he's like an inch away from hitting her, but it's just for some reason they cannot touch her.
That
And then she
momentum.
moved-
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
With that momentum kind of catches up to Dugar and they just kind of fall onto the ground. Talia's just like, what the come on. Ugh. You try to step off to the side.
Perhaps more training is needed. Overall, I'm disappointed. However, Dugar, you did get me with that jab. It was a really good one. And Talia, your first strike, it was quick, and I didn't even see it. But after your first attacks, your moves became predictable. Too predictable. But I have faith in you guys. I have confidence in you guys.
Wait, hold on. Give us one more shot. One more shot at it.
You've earned it.
Cora looking like the master to me.
Attack me.
With that, we'll begin to look over. And you'll see as Dugar will begin to step forward in front of Cora. I'll begin to step behind. As they do, you'll see as Dugar takes a fighting stance before he throws a punch, throws the second one before grabbing the likes of your head and trying to knee strike you. As they do, they're going to make an attack roll. That's a 26 to hit. As they do, they kind of try to grab knee you in the face for a moment, and as they kind of just duck down a little bit, you'll see as Talia begins to run up the likes of Dugar's back and just strikes you while you're not paying attention. Your world is being rocked. As this is happening, Talia's gonna strike. It's a 19.
I give her info.
Come on. 26, there she goes.
There we go.
God damn. As you see, she rushes over, just slashes kind of towards the pauldron. She's able to make purchase onto you before she drops down onto the ground, rolling a little bit before eventually skidding off to the side to stick the landing. See, as they look at or both of one another, they'll smile, they'll smirk, and then look over towards you.
And as she got hit, she moved back. She slid back like 5 feet, and she just looks up and she looks at both of them. And you can see that she's very angry now. And it looks like she's about to tear this whole Coliseum up. And then for a brief second, she just starts to smile. And then she gets up and she said, "Good. That's what I wanted to see. You guys tack together. Because we are only as strong as the person next to us." And then she will tap Talia on the shoulder and tap Dugar on the shoulder. "You guys earned this. Go to the tavern. Enjoy."
Thanks, Cora. Appreciate you. Oh, by the way, I meant to ask, when are you all sort of going out on your next sort of adventure and such?
We're going to the main valley after the festival.
Yeah, I mean, not too, unless you already had plans and such. Getting a little bit stuffy in the likes of the village. Been here for a while. Mind if I tag along?
Oh, for sure. For sure. The way I just saw you hit, we could definitely use hands like yours.
Right on. Alright, with that, you'll see us Talia and Dugar. We're gonna get ready to start heading over towards the tavern. But, as they do, to wrap up the likes of Zora and Hannibal's and Gore's training, just a real quick sort of thing. Hannibal begins to show you all the sort of bits of blood magic, kind of show or going through more of the intricate and finer details. Though he knows it's not the most interesting sort of thing, it's very much important for the likes of you and your companion's survival. You test out the likes of it, all the sort of blood curse and more, and even showing how to amplify it onto one another. It is a very messy and bloody process, but eventually you using the likes of your own hemocraft and blood magic that your ancestors and the Onis made, it comes naturally to you. For Zora, you and your training with Hannibal, it seems to be that Hannibal at least begins to show you what is possible. Not actually using it, but more so you'll see as Hannibal begins to sort of barely for a moment unsheath the blade, and you'll hear sort of crack of lightning or crack of thunder in the sky for a moment as he sets up several sort of wood blocks in differing positions far from one another. The crack of thunder booms, he sheathes the sword, and you see as he's in a different stance from when he unsheathed it, taking a knee, and all of the wood blocks are sliced in half. This is a portion of the final judgment of heaven. This is what you will be looking towards in the future. I have refined it and brought it back a little bit in the power, so I won't go berserk. I've had nothing better to really do besides looking over the village in the meantime. I've still been training.
This is good. Well, once we come back from the valley, the plan is for you to have a proper police force.
That would be nice, but it's about that time. You all have to go to the war room for meetings and such, right?
And she'll bow low. Thank you, Sensei. Go on, let's get going. And yeah, she'll start to head out with Pyro and Riles.
I will kind of scamper on over towards you and climb back onto your shoulder, and at that point it's almost like school is out. And the Voden Knights begin to gather all their people, and they head out to do what they gotta do. Now, who is all heading to the war room, though?
Yeah, she's taking Riles with her.
Alright. Well, mainly NPC-wise. I know all the knights are going.
Yeah, just Riles and Pyro that I know.
Yeah, I'm not bringing nobody.
Alright, so you guys can drag your tokens over there, and Riles will be there waiting.
Yeah.
Good to go, and then where's eggs? Right there. Alright, cool. And there you are. So, eventually, as you all begin to arrive towards the likes of the war room and such, you all begin to take your more specific seats and more. Ross will look over, and they will wait for whatever's to go down to go down.
Cora will start off with first saying, the training went well today, I believe. It may not have been as perfect as we thought it would, or that we hoped, but I think there was a lot of valuable lessons learned. Each one of them, I can see their characters building. And then she will look at Azura and say, I haven't heard from Ahsoka yet. Asuka? Osaka? Sensei, how do you pronounce her name?
Fuck, I'm muted. Asuka.
Asuka. So I have no updates on that. Now, as far as the tournament goes,
you probably would realistically by now. So, I'll ask you as a player, you want it to happen now, or you want it to happen after everything? Actually, I'll probably say after everything, to be honest. That's my preference.
Cool. No, that works. That works. And then she'll look at Azura, Zaman, and Agni specifically, and say, I've been in contact with Zale, and I told him about the tournament. I can't remember if we've had this conversation before, but we spoke about possibly, I offered one of our ships to go get him. Now, this was prior to the ops destroying the World Tree, but I'm not sure if that's still a thing. I know that there's been little misunderstanding communications with the what was the soft spirits or something like that. I forgot what their names were, but I'm just seeing what you guys' thoughts on that. Providing him transportation to the tournament. He will also be here for the festival, and he would like to speak with us regarding his team and the miscommunication or misunderstanding, specifically with Agni and Zaman.
If he's going to be using our warships, our transportation, I hope that means he's fighting under our banner as well.
I will be sure to add that the next time I talk to him. That is a good point.
Yes, I think that's a fair request. He's using our resources. There should be some benefit to us.
Duly noted.
This is a fair arrangement, I believe, as well, since that message we received from Phoebe and Zell regarding them wanting to cooperate with us. However, go ahead.
Oh no, she would say that he's supposed to give me the coordinates to where to pick him up. It won't be at their base, I assume. So whatever coordinates he gives us, that's what we will be picking him up.
Make sure they
Pretty soon.
come. Make sure they come with the. He comes with the resources as well.
Okay, I'll bring that to his attention also.
How do we know he's any good at combat? Do you have memories of this?
I do.
Or is he there just to watch?
I assume he'll be there for combat. I don't see why he would, what other business he would have for the tournament. But I guess there's
many
many
things that
reasons.
can be gained when you're in a large crowd of people.
Yes, very true. I can ask him about that also. And as far as combat, I did have past memories of him fighting alongside him. Same with you, Addie, as he looks over at Addie, as she looks over at Addie. I've had these visions where we fought together. So I know they're capable, or at least they were capable. As far as his character goes, we spoke to him, and he spoke to us. So we do have some form of rapport with him. He's been helping us, even with the R&D, as she looks at Zaman, referring to the whole Mao situation and trying to get our bodies back.
Which reminds me, we should send word for Mal, contact Mal at the end of this.
Well, I have no objections to helping him. He is one of the few over there that has certainly reached out and been helpful to us.
I concur.
The schematics are a boon for us in our research. So, however, again, so long as these fights under our banners, utilizing our resources and ships, and comes with the resources, then I think that's fair.
I concur. Zell has been very friendly to us from the beginning. I don't know who his associates are, but I think he, at the very least, can be trusted to a certain extent.
Yes, I do know personally that 2 of his associates tried to try me, but they quickly realized that I'm not the one. But Zale, he seems good. He seems like a good one. I can't speak for the rest of them.
It is strange that Phoebe has decided to reach out to us now. Although we haven't heard from her specifically for some time, she's not the one that caused an offense. It is the redhead, Ilva. That one seems to be the problematic one. Perhaps they've spoken to that one and now the messages are coming from someone else. I guess only time will tell.
Perhaps they felt that she wasn't fit to lead and they had to find a replacement, someone more worthy of the role, of the title.
Perhaps. It's hard to say. But for now, good.
I was gonna say, I remember we had a discussion about revealing certain information to Phoebe. I think we should revisit it after our trip to the valley. Think about it, ponder it, and see if we should attempt to form an alliance. It's mostly beneficial to me and Cora in obtaining our bodies, but...
Well, we can always build an alliance with individuals and not as the whole group seems though we know nothing of the rest of them. But we do know much about Zale and Phoebe.
That doesn't work. Their loyalty will probably always remain with their core group. Despite what they say, people can smile in your face and stab you in the back. I would not trust an alliance with a single person that is not with us.
You make good sense.
What say you, Gar Addy?
What would Gore feel about that? Shit. We should be careful who we trust. That one tricked us all before. Her change of heart might not be so genuine.
Well,
I know
I'll
what
show
Cora's
you
talking
guys.
about, by the way.
Phoebe, you have like zero interaction with her, I think, at this point. Maybe through messages at best. So
He was there when she called us bitches. He was there.
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
And then
Okay. I didn't know what you were referring to. That's all. You just said a person. I was like, who the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, and then she sent a message to us like recently, like I guess in our time, like
No. I
hours ago.
just didn't know who he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was referencing some other.
Yeah, essentially she said that she's paranoid. She got people looking for her, so she was just skeptic, but she's willing to work with us now. Long story short.
All right, back.
Like I said, I think Gore would just take it with a grain of salt. That's cool and all, but she didn't trick us twice. If you look that way.
Perhaps we can see what Mao can do for us and keep Phoebe also in our mind. As far as Zale goes, we're only picking up Zale. I'm not picking up the rest of them if they decide to go. We haven't even heard word that they even wanted to go, but Zale did make an entrance and going. If the others want to go, they would have to find their own way. And as Agni said, he would have to fight under our banner. That seems fair.
Understood.
Is there anything else you want to speak about them?
Cora would look at Gore and say, actually, would Cora know this?
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just gotta look something up real quick.
Well, the other thing that was told to us is about this Grim Alice, this witch, a night hag.
That is
It
the
is.
one that the Oracle spoke of, the one that we,
Yes, Mama Murphy. They told us that there is a coven to be happening in this area soon. A coven of Clothas, where there will be these witches who will convene in this area and commune and do something. We are not quite sure yet, however. We should definitely keep that on our radar. Whether or not they're going to be trouble for us is hard to say, as Mama Murphy is Philo's sister. I'm not sure Mama Murphy wants harm upon the kingdom, but she does not have an affinity for us. So they might try some dastardly deeds to remove us from the picture.
Cora would look at Addie and would say, "Are these night creatures?"
Hags? No. They are not considered night creatures.
Okay. Because she doesn't know what the fuck exactly is a night creature, so if she doesn't know, she's just gonna ask.
Oh, that's fine. Ah, no. They are not. But perhaps we should send someone to speak with them. In the Werfolk way, we used to say breaking bread, I believe.
Well, I do know that they said that they have a goddess of the night. Perhaps we could find at least a bit more information upon that.
Yeah.
The last bit of thing that I wanted to discuss is, as the festival approaches, I hope everyone understands it's time to put on a show for the world. Beyond that, the tournament fast approaches, but a day and a half afterwards. I hope everyone gets everything they need done here in that time, and we are prepared. And once we enter that airship to leave the kingdom and fly to the island of Bayani, we need to be moving as one unit. The arguments, quarrels, things such as that, the enemy can't see those things. We need to move as one unit, destroy our opposition, get those weapons, and return to the kingdom ASAP and prepare for war. The time for bickering is done. It is now the time for our ascension.
If our ops see any type of infighting, they will use it to their advantage. I suggest we take that approach. When we get to the tournament, of course there's going to be fighting, but there's going to be politics as well. I think we should, at least Zaman and I, should see how best we can, let's just say, work the crowd. We know the dynasty does not fight fair, and I'm sure they're not the only ones that are going to be fighting dirty. I suggest we look for all opportunities to win. Nothing is closed off.
Well, once we hear back from the Kalani Council, we'll work on getting a better rebuilding and strengthening our partnership. I also suggest once we get there, we at least meet with this Astro King. Everyone has a price. With the tiger being destroyed, perhaps there's something he wants more than to win a bout. As for the other factions, I do believe it's within our best interest to find a way to make sure that we complete those steps. Bring them under our wing, under our banner, against the ops.
Cora would ask, what about USADA clan. Is that still something that we should do, or should we set it to the side for now?
I believe it is still a good idea. Good.
It's something we should do. However, we need to head out, see if we can find anyone in the main valley that needs rescuing. We have the rangers on it, but we need to do our part as well. I think we should have enough time to at least scout ahead, done by Kaio and Trog, and at least make their acquaintance and see if we can provide help to them and they can provide help to us. I think that should be our next mission, right after the festival, beforehand.
Yes, right after we return from the valley, we can easily go to the Yasudas and make contact. Should be a fruitful venture. Maybe even start a Notice Foundation there.
Last thing.
Last thing Cora said, as you guys know, one of my goals is to unite the two clans, the Samadans, USADAs. I know it would not be easy, but perhaps us going over there is a one step forward to that.
Just like the steps, that's all we can do.
As this is sort of happening, Zaman, you'll see as the Sending Stone begins to start activating. You see as they begin to speak, and you hear Mao on the other end. Zaman, this thing working? Can you guys hear me when I speak, or no?
No, I didn't hear a word. Oh, we can hear you now, yeah.
Yeah, unlucky. I don't know why it's doing that. That's so weird. Oh well, Jack can hear me, but I'll do this. Next best thing. This. Zaman, can you hear me? Is this thing coming through?
Yes, Mao, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Are you with the Knights? Please, this is big. I cracked one of the next tape with the help of Atlas.
Excellent. Yes, we're all here. We're listening.
Oh my God! You're listen to this. 1 second. As this is said, you'll see, or you'll hear the more so, the likes of the doctor, the head chief engineer, begin to speak once more. Now, the last time you heard this individual was way back when, at the end of the Hydra fight, looking through all the sort of computers and such. As this is said, the individual speaks and says this.
We can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah.
The likes of
Oh, now we can.
what we are classifying as the Elysian Cataclysm, and what the populace of the Taiga refer to as Ragnarok rapidly approaching. Prepared our soldiers the best we can, and we have stored our soldiers in the likes of a strength-enhancing stasis, arming them with weaponry. A stronghold in the valley will have to suffice in the mountains. But to ensure no one can get to them, I've gifted the power to do so to a trustworthy dragon sage the shamans have found out about. Apparently their name is Aetheria, and they've agreed to hold it for us and allow us to restore our army and resources in the meantime, allowing them to grow in strength in this stasis. However, with only several days until the end, we began sending individuals to go to retrieve them and activate the soldiers. They're calling it the Grand Auroran Army.
cyberkinetically enhanced super soldiers is what they are. And I have my own concerns and ideals, but it doesn't matter how I feel. It matters about how or whether the job gets done. But are you sure? My research can't be possibly that. Okay, very well, very well. Seems to me that I guess I'll be relocating to the Armory. Guess it's either a coincidence or fate. We'll have to see. Regardless, there's no time to continue. Dr. Alistar over and out.
As this is sort of said and done, you all look towards one another. And at the mentioning of cyber-kinetically enhanced super soldiers and a grand Auroran army in the likes of this mountain, and all of it's on the line at the likes of this tournament, you know what you gotta
Captain
do.
Americas.
And as you know what you gotta do, that's where we're gonna pick up or leave off this week before the big old break in Valley of Dreams. Oh man, oh man.
And Captain Voden need to pick up star exclamation mark.
So all I can say, like, out of game, you remember how I said Voden is supposed to be extremely like advanced? This is where it comes into play. Oh boy,
Where it's all been hiding at.
This is where it's all been hiding at. And
Rick,
when
what was it? What is the doctor's name again? I didn't miss that part. The end.
Dr. Alistar. So it's Alistair.
Yeah, I don't know how Addie's gonna feel about a super soldier cybernetic army.
You guys know this. It's similar to the Forbidden Expanse because you know what cyberkinetics are. They're not like warforgers or anything like that. It's not out of the realm of possibility for them to be, but it's more so like small metal enhancements to like someone's lungs or someone's arms and all that. So
Addie doesn't differentiate between the two. You have an iron lung that's good enough.
Oh, there you go.
My man said iron lung.
Bro, you in a wheelchair, definitely getting pounced on.
Oh man, and it's gonna get even worse for when they say weaponry. What they got? Oh god. Yeah, they got the strap. All right. So that's where we're gonna end it off. I'm gonna go break down stream and all that, and then if you got any questions, I'll be able to answer them really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you want us to roll on before the session?
Well, let him. We can end the stream first.
Yeah, we can end the stream first. I got you for that.
Yeah, cool.
I have questions as well.
All right. So I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, thank you everybody for everyone who was able to watch today. Appreciate all of y'all. Y'all are great. Y'all are fantastic. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to be we're gonna try to raid into somebody if we can. But also thank you for all the people who were able to gift out resources and more. Thank you, Schwans, for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you for all the new follows. I'm gonna read actually a couple of them right now. Guther Moose, thank you for the follow. Bent Metal, thank you for the follow. Maddie Bow, thank you for the follow. And Odorous Stench, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Obscured Persona, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, and thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Hopefully you'll be getting, or you're ready for all the little Project Aurora related stuff coming up soon. It's gonna be great. So hope you guys all enjoyed this things. If you haven't done so already, be sure to go to the likes of the YouTube video and like the video. How many likes are we sitting at? We're sitting at 9 likes. Let's try to get it to 10 likes. 10 likes. We need one more and we'll be good to go. Also, if you haven't done so already, be sure to follow the stream. It does help out. We're going to try to be live again on Wednesday, but no promises on that. If we're feeling it, then we're feeling it. If we're not, then we're not. Simple as that. All right, everybody, we're going to try to raid into somebody, but who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Don't know, but we're going to find out. All right, we got Gnome, we got Caustic. We're always raiding them, I feel like. I'm gonna raid into someone new. How many people we got? I got 19. All right. Let's raid into. Okay, let's raid into War Paint. They say they have no pickles. That's what I like to see. This is Norse Foundry. Oh yeah, let's raid into them. All right, we're gonna raid into them. All right, everybody. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm gonna play the starting soon cinematic, and we're gonna get on getting on.